Am I too dark?
No, you're perfect. You're always perfect. Welcome back, Mr. Jason Latona, aka the Four-Armed Four-Master, aka
Start over.
that was perfect. That was 100% in the spirit. You have to make a shirt called Four-Armed Four-Master, and it
No, I
has to
mean,
be a guy shucking.
I'm obviously I'm plugging my own brand here, my Only Forearms shirt that you can get on at Good Polas. If you're on Instagram, and it'll take you to the link to our store.
All right, now we're going to begin the show. This is the moment I'm going to cut all the other. Not just kidding.
Shit. All right.
What you better
Fair
doing
enough.
some exciting things, man. I'm super happy for you. You have a lot going on. You want to explain to me everything because all I've been seeing is Facebook pictures, and I never trust Facebook pictures. Not only because you can CGI and modify the photos, hence why you look 80 pounds heavier on camera on my face. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But you modified that. I don't know what's going on. Stop flexing, okay? You're distracting me. We get it. You have this intense.
It looks good though. You have to admit though, it looks. I look good. I probably look like you were probably like talking, and I know you were like you didn't want to get distracted, but like you're like
that's not fair. I have a fucking jacket on. Let's just can I
do it's a lot of it's jacket, dude. You know what sucks? I like okay.
You're coming
apparently
to grips with your sexuality.
No, I'm fucking giving that fucking quest up years ago. I don't even know anymore. Dude, you know what's funny? Here, I'll give you a good segue to that. So I go to Universal Studios, right? When I was in Orlando, we'll get to all that shit, right? But I go to Universal Studios when I'm in Orlando, and a guy who I used to work with, a buddy of mine, his name's Tony. I used to work with him for years in the Beetlejuice, the monster show I did. And, you know, like I said, I was either doing stunt work with, you know, Power Rangers or Terminator, or I was a singer dancer doing the fucking, you know, Beetlejuice shit. And he was telling me about this one tech that we had, and a female audio tech. He's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You going to say something?
Yeah. You said the word twice. Can you not say it again? Because you know what happens when you say it 3 times.
Which word?
It starts with juice or ends with juice.
Juice.
You said it twice.
Oh, I thought you were giving me like, I was like, did I say fag already? I'm like, I didn't say it once. I was like, fag juice? Like, what?
That's another topic we got to talk about as well, too.
Okay,
I had a guest ask me something.
So dude, so I see this guy, my buddy Tony. He was like, hey, you know Jen, blah blah blah. I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you know, he's like, she's off today, but she's a lesbian now. She actually married a woman. And I was like, ironically enough, so did I, you know. And like, and he's like, you know, I said to him, like, who would have thought all those years of singing and dancing, I end up still being straight, sorta, you know what I mean? That's the end of that story.
I don't know what the hell how we got there, but okay. Tell me about what's been going on with these events you've been going on to, because Mr. Hollywood, apparently he's all famous and he's too good to do the show. Obviously,
no,
he's too good.
No, I'm not too good to do the show. I'm working every Monday because before I used to be off Sunday, Monday. Now we're doing like normal weekends, so I'm off Saturday, Sunday usually now. Fuck man, this fucking mic. No,
stop, Mr. Hollywood. You couldn't hire a cleaner to clean out your freaking apartment or whatever the hell you're living. You got a bunch of stuff. That's just my OCD is going nuts. Could you move some of that?
I did it. No, I did. That's me cleaning up. I have like and it looks way messier on camera, to be honest. It's just the way the angle is. It's literally just like the little bowl I have my keys in, and I have like a beanie too, because the weather in fucking Vegas, it's in the morning I wake up and it's 30 degrees, and then by the time I get to the gym at 9 a.m., which is like an hour later, it's 85 degrees, and it really pisses me off because like I don't like in the morning I'm dressed like I'm going to a ski lodge, and then by like noon I'm look like I'm at a pool party, but I'm dressed like a guy going to a ski lodge.
Mr. So Hollywood, really hitting the slopes.
No, dude. But
that's your new nickname is Mr. Hollywood, and then Four-Armed Four-Master. I'm gonna get that tattooed right on the side of my crotch.
No, dude. Okay, everything. Here's the thing. The reality is, like, most people like try to like go on social media to like upplay everything they do. You know what I mean? And in reality, it's like they want you to believe their life's like a 9. In reality, it's like a 4. Mm-hmm. Mine looks like I'm trying to get like a 6, but in reality, I'm like it's like still a 2.
You were hanging with Brad Pitt.
No, I was not.
It was Herb Dean. I get those two guys confused. They're both handsome as hell.
Yeah, no, Forrest Griffin was there. Dude, okay, so with that whole thing, long story short, I got invited to a what I thought was a arm wrestling practice here in Vegas, right?
Mm.
And a guy, this guy Scott, a buddy of mine from Los Angeles, he's been arm wrestling a long time. He was just like, "Hey man, there's a practice in Vegas today. Can you go to it?" And I was just like, "Sure, whatever." And long story short, dude, I ended up showing up. I thought it was a practice. And turns out like I go into this, it was like they said it was at their room at they had a suite at the MGM Signature, right? And for part of me thought this was like I was going to a rape, you know what I mean? But it was a couple dudes that I knew, so I was like, well, at least I'll be being raped by familiar dudes, you know.
And
It's always
reunification.
way worse to be raped by a stranger. But long story short, dude, I go into this thing, Forrest Griffin sitting in there, and some other people, and within like couple minutes of me just bantering and talking, I walked in because, like I said, I'll literally tell you what I said. I walked in and they were all this camera crews up. I'm like, man, you guys really take your filming your practices way more serious than I do. And they laughed, and then I said the most sometimes I film in 4K, and they go, oh, we're using 8K here. And I was like, you guys got twice as much fucking K as me. And I'm like, I'm going to go because I don't think I should be here. Next thing I know, they asked me, they said, hey man, the guy Marvin, who is a well-to-do fellow, he's involved with Tyson Fury. He's been involved with the arm wrestling sport for a long time. He's a the film producer, he did a lot of stuff. So he's got his hands in a lot of different things. And but he was like, who are you? And I was just like, oh, I'm Jason. I'm friends with this guy Eric, and blah blah blah. And next thing he knows, he asked me to come outside, and I thought he was going to ask me to leave. You know what I mean? I thought they were going to be, hey, look, man, it's not a practice. We got, Forrest Griffin. We got some celebrities filming. Can you,
Would do you
look,
think somebody would do that to you? Walk you outside and like you need to leave?
yeah, I've been in those situations before. Yeah. But I mean, I've been in the situation, and I've been the one like telling someone, hey, man, like, like Bruno Mars is filming right now. So you kind of can't
Fuck,
be
man.
here.
I think you're cool. If somebody tells you to leave, then I gotta be a fucking loser.
Yeah, for sure. No, but they didn't. So he ended up asking me. He was like, "Hey, can you get to Olympia in Orlando?" I was like, "When is that?" He's like, "Next weekend." I was like, "Look, financially, I." And he's like, "Well, okay, wait, back. Let me start over. I'm so sorry." He's like, "I'm all over the place," but he's like, I don't know who you are, but I need you at this event. I think you're hilarious. I think you're fantastic. The sport needs someone like you, a guy who can talk." And he said, "Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend?" I said, "I'm married." He's like, I'm gonna get you and your wife all expenses paid to Orlando, and I want you to come to Olympia, and I'd like you to be a backup commentator for me, and possibly to MC the event." And I was just like, "Holy, okay." And dude, here's what's crazy, man. Um, I told my guys at work, and they were super, pumped for me. I mentioned it to you, but the reality was, man, I've been, told, I've been promised things, a lot, and I don't know if it's made me cynical or just super cautious or less optimistic, whatever those verbiage is for that. But I was like, I was saying it, but I didn't believe it. You know what I mean? I was saying it, but I didn't believe it, that it was actually going to happen. And and I didn't hear anything. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, they said, oh, you're going to be getting all your information soon. And then I didn't hear anything then all the way through the weekend. Monday evening, I got a phone call that said, hey, we're going to do a conference call about Olympia. And I was like, oh shit. Okay. It's still going. All right. And Monday night, we had a conference call at like 8 p.m. And they said, you're going to get your flight itinerary within 24 hours. So it's Tuesday night now at 8 p.m. And I didn't hear anything. I went to bed, and I didn't wake up until Wednesday morning with our flight information that was for Thursday morning. So it happened so fast. The other thing, and this is, I haven't said this to anybody, only my sister, my wife and my mom know about this. So the night, Tuesday morning, when I woke up after that conference call, I had no voice, dude, complete laryngitis. And um, I was like, what the fuck? And Sarah was like, are you sick? I feel perfectly fine. I was like, I had no voice, man. None. I mean, I'm not like this. This is how I sound like. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? Right. I left, or after work, I went home, and I used my steamer that I still had from years as doing vocalist stuff. And I dude, I took a 14-hour vocal rest. I didn't speak at all.
What do you mean
I know
vocal
you're gonna
stuff?
laugh at this,
Were you a
right?
backstage member of NSYNC or something like that?
Yeah, I was.
Ba,
And
ba, ba, ba.
but dude, no, but I woke up then after not talking for 14 hours, complete silence. I woke up zero voice still. I'm like, what the fuck? Now I knew that we're going to they're putting us up in this house, right? And I was like, shit, I'm gonna be there with all these like other athletes and people. Like, what if they think I have fucking COVID? What if I fucking do, or any kind of sickness, just a cold or whatever? And then I turned in this big debacle and everything like that. And dude, I almost was like, maybe we shouldn't go, maybe. And Sarah's like, look, whatever this is some kind of weird attack of some type. And we can, but I got there, I was fine. And I end up, doing the commentary. I was fine. My voice was a little compromised, but honestly, everyone's was from just partying and yelling and everything the whole weekend anyway. So I end up, be doing the commentary, whether or not it's supposed to air on Thanksgiving weekend on NBC Sports, whether or not that'll actually happen. Again, we'll see,
Is that opening up doors for you anywhere?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, I have no idea.
I'm
Is
happy
the
for
answer.
you.
I mean, dude, it was awesome. We had a completely paid trip to Orlando. We got to go to Orlando, which was like land of the free compared to North Korea, where I live. Excuse me, Las Vegas. And but it was amazing. We had the best time. Like I said, I got to go to Universal Studios. I got my friend, shout out to Big Jeff Brozovich, who hooked me up with tickets to Universal Studios. And but it was weird, man. I walked in there. Now, granted, I was high. I'm always high, but
Are you high right now? Seem like you're sober.
yes. No, I'm
Seems
super high
sober.
right now. No, I'm
Right.
super high. Um,
You look
I
like a
gotta
fucking.
text you. Hold on, I can show you. I'll show the audience. Hold on.
You
We'll all
look
see it.
like you're a goddamn conspiracy person.
Well, yeah, I always look like that too now. That's my new look, dude. I can't not look like that. Dude, look at this photo. I'm gonna put it up. Look at how big this bag of weed we had was.
Oh my god, this is a family show. That's a lot. Jesus
That's a lot of
Christ.
fucking
That's
weed.
like
That's
where
like about
Harold and
5 grand.
Kumar was fucking that
Yeah,
bag of weed.
it's exactly what I thought of too. And he's like, let's invite her in for a threesome. You know what I mean? I got it someone else. I literally was like, holy shit. But the story behind that is my friend is a director of a dispensary, and it was my other friend's birthday, and that was like his kind of present to them. And but hey, I got hooked up with like a big ass bag as well. So shout out to Brian Barnhart for just giving me a big bag of weed.
Congrats.
But that's the most impressive thing that's happened to me recently. The other stuff's like whatever, But like I said, it was really great, man. I got to go to Universal. I was gonna say I walked in there, man, and it was weird, dude. I haven't been in that place for 16 years, and it brought a lot of weird memories to me, man.
Good or
I got
bad?
emotional. It made me miss my dad. Because my dad used to, my dad passed away in 2004, but and I moved from, or I haven't been back. I haven't been to Orlando since 2006. So, but I mean, walking in there, I was like, it really made me. And then, dude, I spent 12 years of my life in that place. Sleeping on the floor, opening up the Terminator show, which is now the Bourne show, it was dope. I was actually really impressed with the Bourne show down there. And but I was like, in the, there's a lot of things that look the same. The theater looks the same, the pre-show area. And I was just telling my wife, I was like, it's so weird. Again, first time being in Orlando with my wife, and so her seeing like a whole new, like, oh yeah, this was like all these people that know me, and oh, you did this, and it was weird, man. It was but it was cool. It was cool. Like I said, the whole trip was amazing. Um, I'm really bummed out right now, only because I was going to tell you this before we go, but I'll tell you now, like, dude, I fucking hurt myself. So I don't know how bad of the injury is. If it's any worse, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow.
What
But
did you hurt?
I hurt something, man, in my uh I don't want, I hope it's what I think it is and not what I hope it's not my rotator cuff. I hope
Okay.
it's not that. But it's all the kind of symptoms kind of line up with rotator
Okay,
cuff.
well, I wouldn't try and diagnose yourself, even if you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it
yeah.
could be this. I don't think it's probably not
I'm
nothing too
hoping not, man,
serious,
dude.
but
Because I'm gearing up, preparing that we have a competition here in Nevada, November 13th, here right here in Las Vegas. And shout out to Brandon Allen and Eric Spoto at Sin City Iron. They're putting on it's called Sin City Arm Fights. I am doing the live commentary for that as well, or for the YouTube live, which is cool. So no matter what, I'll be there. But I've been dieting down, which is funny. Is like people are like, "Oh, you look real jacked." I'm like, dude, I'm like 180 pounds now. So I'm lighter for me. But planning on, I'm still am planning on competing at 175, which will be the lowest I've weighed in a minute. But uh, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't look good to be, you know what I mean?
stop
But
thinking
see
so
this,
pessimistic. What's wrong with you?
because here's why, man.
You
Because I don't,
fucking hold on a second. You fucking downplay your story. I'm thinking we got an hour and a half of content you're about to tell me, and then you're like in 5 minutes, like fucking. It was really nothing. I met Jesus Christ, and then he sucked
no,
my
no,
dick.
it was a lot of fun. No, but I'm also like, uh, I'm just like, I think the world needs a lot of realism, doses of reality, as
Yes,
opposed
but you
to
don't need
the.
to shame your accomplishments. I mean,
That's not shaming my accomplishment.
almost a year ago, you were fucking on this podcast
It
upset
was a
about the
year ago.
fact that,
It was over a year ago.
yeah, about losing the job. And we talked about it and we talked through it. And then we got
Oh,
on and
that
now
I thought.
look at
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's great. Everything's that part of it's good. I'm just being super again. That's how you know I'm high, because I'm being super transparent. Not that I'm not always, but I'm really transparent. I'm
And a
like,
year ago, almost, we have the flat earth episode that's still fucking ruminating in
oh,
my
dude,
laptop hard
I'll
drive.
tell you, man. You know what's funny about
Good
that?
episode.
I'm actually not even afraid to talk about it anymore.
I
Other than
honestly
I
think it
don't.
might be fucking true in some aspects.
It's fucking true, man. Here's the thing. So, my buddy, again, my buddy Brandon, is got a big following in the powerlifting world. He's like 100,000 plus Instagram guy. He's been around. He's got records. He's very famous in the
Large
powerlifting world.
cock. We got it.
And no, I think he loves to talk about this. He has, dude. Funny enough,
You love to talk
he
about
has a
his cock.
huge. No, I do want to talk about his cock, because he has the best banner. He has a massive banner in his garage, that says "Make 4 inches great again," and it's huge. It's like the size of his garage door.
Kind of like Bezos with the Amazon banner in the back.
Yeah, something like that. But that's why I love that guy, because he's awesome, and he's just, I love self-deprecating humor. But yeah, what the fuck was I talking about?
I don't know. I had a whole topic too that I wanted to get to.
Oh, flat Earth. The Earth. But anyway, but
No,
he
we're
did.
not talking about it.
All right, fine, fuck it.
I want to, but then you're going to be like at the ending of 3 hours, you're going to be like, Robbie, I don't want you to post this episode. I'm like, God damn it.
No. All I know is, like, but long story short with him, I'm making my short story short to this. That's my New Year's agenda, or New Year's resolution. Shorter stories. And but dude, we're talking. Everyone's high as fuck,
Wait,
right?
why do you make that on the podcast when the whole podcast is about content and stories are content?
No, because maybe people will listen longer if I say
No, they'll listen
short
longer if you
stories.
stop adjusting your fucking mic. I don't know why it keeps distracting me.
Quit looking at my mic, my fucking arms, in my dirty kitchen.
Did it
That's
change?
your New Year's
It looks
resolution.
different. It looks different. No, my New
What?
Year's resolution is to stop drinking energy drinks. I actually have been getting headaches
Oh,
from
yeah.
cutting out coughing, but I've had 3 this morning, and that was before 9
Yeah,
a.m.
those motherfuckers. I think black coffee is great for you. I think
They
energy
just
drinks are
made-
the opposite for you.
They just made the little energy drink Black Rifle Coffee Company shit in my fucking
Black-
freezer. So I'm like, what is this? Like, what? I'm trying to
Black
cut down,
Roffy.
and you're introducing new ones.
Yeah.
Did I not say it
No,
right?
you just said, I just thought you said you're black instead of Black Rifle Coffee, black Rifle Coffee. Black Roffy. Back to the cap, Mr. Hollywood.
Shut up. That's the topic. I can't.
Shout out to all my Asian.
I had
people out there.
a potential guest that denied doing my show, but they gave me some advice for you. And here's the topic I wanted to do. So the advice that they gave me is that I need to teach you what a minor aggression and a macro aggression is. Not minors and macros like in your food, but
Yeah.
things that you can say and things that you can't say.
All right, and
Mostly
I'll give him a if he's listening. Hopefully he is. I'll give him a bit of advice.
I think.
Okay. Well, I'll give she a bit, or it a bit of advice. Here's what it.
Hold on. I gotta do the
whatever
topic.
the fuck I want to say.
I gotta do the topic first. If you're walking down a street, okay, you're not married. Sarah, I'm sorry, but for this scenario, you don't exist, in case she's listening, because I know she will. She always enjoys our episodes from what I've heard. She probably's like, that piece of shit. But going down to the actual topic, you're not married, you're walking down the street and you see this beautiful lady walking right past you, or a beautiful dude, whatever you're feeling like, you're single, you're free, you're all pent up with energy, haven't moved your arm back and forth in a long time, and you see this person walk right past you. What do you say to this person when they walk past you? Do you greet them? Do you say hello, my name is Jason Latona, or do you say call them from a distance? What do you do?
Are you asking me real?
I'm asking you a real question. If you see someone that you find really attractive and you want to say
I don't
something, what
know.
do you
I
do?
mean, my real answer, like not for the sake, like not lying for the sake of making it a creative story, would be like I wouldn't say anything. I've never been that way.
Okay.
That's my real answer.
If you saw someone that you knew that this was going to be the love of your life, and if you saw your wife walking down the street before you met your
Well, I
wife,
wouldn't
that's even
yell at
better one.
anybody from across the street. I would just
Okay.
talk to them. I would talk to them like up close.
Guess the bit ends there.
Why?
Nothing. I had a whole thing to go into. I thought you were going to be like, "Hey, you."
No, I would walk up. I would say, "Excuse me," and that's what I would do. I mean,
Okay. That's
I would
good.
always, but I would like, But again, dude, here's the thing. This is what most people, I feel like, who don't understand me, don't understand, is the fact that like the shit that I say is number one. The most important thing is to make myself laugh.
That's
Okay,
what I'm
I
saying.
think
I'm trying
everyone.
to show
I
that.
think
I'm trying to show
everyone. I
that.
think everyone needs to do whatever it is they need to do to make themselves happy. For
Yes.
instance, if you are a man and you want to dress like a woman, no fucking problem. Does that make you happy? Fucking A, I approve it. Here's the thing though, but don't be upset then if someone calls you out for this thing that they find or don't find offensive. Henceforth, I'll put that own microscope on myself. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. You don't have to listen. And if you want to tell me the feedback, that's okay. But you have to be then ready to be ridiculed or subjected back to when I actually go, really, dumbass? This is what I think about you now. If we all keep it light and keep it fun and everything like that, that comedy and all this stuff, is, memes. I love looking at memes, on the funny ones, whatever.
On the
People
internet.
don't live. Yeah, people don't live their life, normally through that. It's an exaggeration, even your personality when you get onto this podcast format, whether you do know it or not, you're going into Robbie the performer mode, Robbie the showman mode.
This is me 100%.
You say that, and I say that too, but there's a thing in you and a thing in I as showman that it turns different the moment the camera goes on. Here,
my boss let me leave 2 hours early before my shift was over because I was going into the corporate elites too much. I couldn't stop.
No, but I'm talking about like the way, like even like if you and I even one-on-one, you're like, all right, there's no cameras around. Look, you see, I'm still the same. I get it, and I would be the same way. But realistically, it's because it don't matter how big or small our audience is. If it's an audience of one, you're putting on a show. You're being a different version of you than you would be, say, if you're sitting there in your bathroom taking a shit. Yes or no?
I'd probably be this. I tend to talk to myself sometimes when I do that.
Yeah, but again, so you know what I mean. But it's just like you're not like the
I'm
intensity.
sitting there on the toilet, Anthony Fauci, and just screaming.
I do that too. So maybe that's not a good example. That's right. A lot of my best work. Yeah, a lot of my best work comes from the toilet. But but you know what I mean? I just think it's funny if someone wants to give someone else advice on what to say. I'm like, how about this? Why don't you take your own advice and what not to listen to? If you don't want to listen to me, that's fucking fine. Or if you want me, but again, it's just like,
Even saying the word fuck, you can't say that. That's a microaggression. You're saying it, and I feel scared a little bit because you're hurting the area around me, and I can't handle it.
See, exactly. I fucking believe you. I'll quit fucking saying it. Good.
Okay.
But I mean, that'd be doing maybe like a fuck jar at the side of the
Jesus. If we counted up the amount of F words you have used in my program,
me, how about both of us? Don't put it all on me.
I can't help it. That's like my go-to word. It's like
See,
when I
me
say
too.
shit.
Yeah, same shit, poop, fuck. You know what I mean? Like you're like, damn, fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, do you? I told you about like a crazy story now, you'd go fuck, and I'm like, yeah, you don't mean it like aggressively or anything other than Shit,
I'm
this is how your brain
s-
processes craziness.
swept off my feet.
Yeah,
Um,
that's yeah.
do you ever find yourself like back in the day when, all right, so when you went to Universal or Orlando Studios, when you went back there
Mhm.
and you were having those memories flood back into your head, is there a part of you that you understood that you were probably going through graduation goggles where you're probably looking at all the good stuff about it, not necessarily the bads about it?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%. But I do that all the time, man. And when I think about my exes, like ex-girlfriends or whatever, I think of no one in bad light. Even people that like I know for a fact fucking hurt me and be like assholes to me. I actually just don't, but that's just a me thing, and
That's an
maybe
everybody thing.
no, there's people that hold grudges, dude.
Yeah, well,
I
I
know
know
that for a
people
fact.
always hold grudges, but I mean, everyone gets graduation goggles.
Oh, I think people romanticize things. Yes, yes, I do. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, but there are people that I'm saying like I didn't feel like, but I did it. I almost went into it on purpose like that. I wasn't looking at it as anything other than like this is a fun time. I'm with my wife for the first time in Orlando and Universal. I didn't expect to be like
I just,
emotional.
I
No, I'm
just,
saying, but
I just, I
what?
don't know why I started laughing, but I just picture you in Orlando Studios. Like, let me try that. It's like, sir, you haven't had training in this in a long time. You get onto a swing, you just break your fucking neck.
I wouldn't do that, dude. I'm too high. All I wanted to do was fucking eat pizza. I lost 12 pounds in 2.5 days for cutting for that fucking competition, dude. It
I'm
was
just
fucking
being nervous and taking a shit. Really?
no. And dude, you went on. When I tried to eat again, I couldn't, dude. I was like literally eating and shitting water. It was like
Did
fucking
it feel
horrible.
like a dream when you were like sitting at the booth and getting photos taken? Did it feel like a dream that you were there?
No, no. I felt like again, finally, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's like how I feel.
Did you started to feel like you were getting recognition that you
Well, yeah,
necessarily
I mean, dude,
deserve?
it with the best part, honestly, the best part of the whole thing was when I got out of the booth and one of the guys that was one of the main financial backers came and he was like, "Wait, who are you again?" I was like, "Jason Latona." And he was like, "Oh, he's like, you came on this really late, like a
The
week ago,
forearm
right?"
four master.
No, but he was like, "You came on this like a week ago." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Dude, you're fantastic." He's like, "I'm already want to invite you back for next year if we do this again." He goes, "If I would have met you 3 weeks ago, you would have been the main guy, not the color commentary person, but the main commentator." So I was like, awesome. He was like, "You're fantastic." I was like, "Yeah, thank you." It's interesting. Like a lot of really good people. I don't know if I told you this or not, but that guy Marvin, and I know Marvin knows a lot of people, and they were talking to me about stuff, and they were talking about introducing me to these people for Netflix, Pauly Shore people, all these different things, like right, and and he was just like, and I said, I said, "Can I ask you a question?" Because he said two things to me, two things I really got out of this first thing. They filmed me and my other buddy Eric, who's a really big dude. He's a power lifter, world record power lifter. And they shut the cameras off. He's like, "Fuck, dude, you were so good at that. How do you not fucking like, how are you not afraid to fuck up on camera?" And he goes, "When those lights came on, because they have the huge boom lights and the cameras are, in reality, the cameras are like right here in your face, and he was like, how do you not like shit your pants?" And I said something to him, and I was just telling him the truth of my truth. I said, "Because I can't fuck up." And he was just like, "How are you not afraid of fucking up?" I said, "Because I can't fuck up." I said, "Even if I fall and completely stumble on my face, I'll turn it into a happy accident, like fucking Bob Ross." And Marvin said to me, and again, this guy's, an older gentleman. He's been around, he knows a lot of people. And he said to me, "Jason," he goes, "Can I ask you a question? Answer it honestly." I said, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Do you look at the rest of your life, your day-to-day life, the same way? Like you can't fuck up?" And I go, "No, I'm constantly scared of fucking up. Like if I don't save enough money, or maybe my wife won't, do this, or, and he's like, and he was a man, he's a man of faith too. And, speak about and he said, "You believe that your gift on camera comes from God." Yeah. I said, "I do." And he goes, "So you believe he only takes care of you when you're on stage or in front of the camera?" I was like, "I don't, but I can be honest." And I'm like, "Fuck, that's kind of how I act though." You know what I mean? And so that was a real big thing. And I said, "So Marvin, if you think I'm so fucking great," this is me telling him this, what I really said to him, "why then am I here in Vegas and I can't get a damn job, or I go and interview and I can't get and he said to me, and it's going to sound really fucking, um, what's the word? I can't. I'm high. When you're like patting your back on, self love, sucking your own dick, all that stuff. But that's what it's going to sound like. But I said to him, why? So why? And he said this answer, just what his answer was. He said, because you're too good. I said, what? And he said, and I was like, no, my answer was because then we were smoking and stuff. But I said, he was like, because you're too good. And I said, that's what I fucking think. But no, but really, why? And he goes, because you're too good. If you're going to do something around the level that you're doing it in Las Vegas, entertainment wise, not the regular jobs, he's like, you're better than all those people. You're too good for that. You need to have people that have real money that will invest in you. And
Well,
and
just
that was the biggest compliment I got.
well, I think I've told you this before too. And one of the first times we've spoken is you're really good. Like you definitely deserve a lot more attention than you probably get. But I think you're also very very intimidating in a lot of aspects of things too. But you have good ideas. You just need a one person to fund you or
Yeah,
see
I
that
think that too, man.
to recognize what you have because
Yeah,
it's
I think
very
that too.
important. I think you're probably one of my favorite people I've ever met through doing the show, and one of the people I actually really appreciate getting to know because I think you have this burst of energy when you walk into a room, and I think a lot of the times that's intimidating for a lot of people, but it's fucking great. I just think you don't have
That's exactly
necessarily.
everything you're saying is exactly what he
Okay.
said. Almost verbatim. Almost
Okay.
verbatim.
Well, I mean, you just don't, you haven't built a platform for yourself. You've been spending
Mm-hmm.
way too much time working for other people. I think you need to start focusing on building something for yourself. See, people start building things for themselves in their 20s, and then by their 30s, they're running off of those things that they've spent 10 years building. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have anything. So you need to
Yeah, no.
find someone that has something that you can hop onto that can invest in
Yeah.
you. But that's building a relationship. And that's a tricky thing in itself, even if you guys are best friends or something. Like if I had a giant platform, I could help you, but it's hard because you need to also, I would probably give you the tools to be able to create your own thing. Like when I see you doing the shirts, the good pulls and stuff like that, and I see people wearing them, if it's a friend wearing a friend's clothing, sure, but it has promise to it. You just need to find something you can start building your work effort in. And I think sadly, since you never started at a younger age about it, you spent a lot of time doing stunts or stuff like that, which is amazing. And I know you get pissed off that I always include the Power Ranger shit because you were a stunt man, but I fucking love it. Um, and I also do it to piss you off a little bit. But I think it's a concept of you're gonna have to double the work, man, and you're not short of a person that is shy of doing hard work when they put their mind to it. So I think you need to do those types
Yeah,
of
no,
things.
I agree with everything you're saying. It's just like growing up, I didn't have, I mean, the good thing about my parents was they never pressured me into anything. On the bad part about my parents was it was never any real direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I never had
welcome to my
direction.
world, man.
You know what I mean? Where they were super supportive of everything I do. And my mom, like, always says, didn't I support? I was like, 100%. What
I
she
didn't get any
doesn't like,
support. Fuck that.
what, yeah, but what she doesn't like, almost like, it's like she doesn't want to admit it, when I'm like, Mom, I'm not mad at you. I love you. It's not about that. But when, she doesn't want to admit that, I should have been a little more, you need to move this way. Make sure you're saving this or doing that. I had nothing, man. Nothing.
You need to be
I mean,
the pilot that speaks to the people on the plane, like, we're taking a left turn down Albuquerque, and I'm gonna ram us into this fucking Grand Canyon.
I don't want to do that.
That's what
Dude,
you
you want to
sound
hear?
like when you're on my show. You're
Uh,
sound like goddamn Igor over here, fucking telling me. And
I don't mean to sound like Igor.
what's a funny thing you want to tell me?
Uh, I still want to know if I can talk about the flat earth stuff. Only because you said, well, no, okay, can I ask you a question? I hear you. When you said something, and I think you're saying it, and I think there's a lot of truth and jest. And I actually, when this, I think it's truth and truth. But why did you say, I think it might be true?
Because I was staring up at the sky in my backyard, and I was just watching clouds go, and then I was like, it looks like it's a fucking dome above us.
It
Like it
does.
just looks like a dome. But then I know it's not. But at the same
Yeah.
concept is I don't know because I'm involved in the alien community. I had TJ on my show. We were talking about Ghostwalker Ranch, we're talking about a bunch of stuff. But damn it, God, you can't make fun of, like, there's people in the UFO community that'll talk about this machine that they are able to transmute matter and change the density in it. So you're able to basically float through a dimension. And the guy said he built it and he put it on his coffee table and it's called a vag. And I was like, everyone in the fucking space was like, "Are you fucking with us?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm 100% serious." I fucking looked it up. It's like vertical arrow something. It's a whole fucking acronym of VAGE. And I'm like, this is the crazy shit. It's like when someone says that they feel like they're a cat or this, you don't know if they're fucking joking because you can't laugh if it's mental health. And you can't, I don't know. I'm fucking confused. I feel like I'm in a box, but I'm like, hey,
Again, so we were
hold
talking
on.
about
If
this
you're a
kind of stuff.
religious man, if you believe in God, you believe that there's an ethereal being out there, if you believe God's all around us, whatever you believe, why would he fucking make it flat? You think the man would have more creative endeavors than making the goddamn globe flat?
Yeah, but again, it's like, why would he make it round? That's
I don't
almost
want to
like
talk
that,
about
you know.
this. I don't want to talk.
Well, here's the thing.
Tired of
So
you
the
fucking
the
telling me to delete
the
shit.
the
I'm
the
like,
the
so
no, but the reality is, and this is I won't this is not forget whether it's true or false. That's not the next thing about what I'm about to say. But that's
forget
not
the
what
facts.
matters. For
Forget the
yeah,
facts. Dump that.
but no, but the fact is, I think you believe this, and this is what me and my buddy Brandon, we were all talking about it. We were up at his house, and and it's a lot of conservative kind of guys and everything like that. But but the guys are looking at all the stuff that they think's bullshit in the world right now, and all the fact checkers and everything that's been banned off YouTube and all that stuff like that. And these two guys were going back and forth and they were talking this. Well, yeah, well, of course they're going to ban that. And then he said about the and Brandon was like, they've censored all the flat Earth stuff.
No, they
And
have not. They have
that's
kept that up there. It's just like Alex Jones. He's a conspiracy person. He's been labeled as that, so they're not going to delete it.
100%. It's all gone.
Ben has one of the most popular videos. He has Flat Earth Dave on there.
I'm going to tell you right now, every video that I looked up when I started getting into it in 2017.
Share screen this shit. Hang on a second.
You're misunderstanding. I can look it up with you.
I can look it up and show it on the podcast to prove that you're not fucking right.
You want to make a bet?
I'll fucking look it up right now. Should I just type in Google or YouTube?
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Okay.
What I'm saying is all of the real videos that are about flat Earth that were the real like documentary. No, quit fucking doing that. The real
William Shatner
went
went up into space and said the Earth wasn't flat. What do you want to say about Mr. Star Trek? Captain Kirk fucking proved you wrong. He said, the flat Earth is not existent.
All they got to do is show me a photo, one photo. That's it. I'll say you're right. That's it. But they don't. There's none. Listen to what I'm fucking saying.
Right now. What do you want me to look up?
Every documentary about the Earth being flat, all the real shit is all taken down. All of the stuff, because here's what I can do, and this is where if you want to go on screen share, make a bet on camera right now, I can send you to the stuff like the websites and stuff that aren't censored, and you put the same searches in, and you're going to see completely different videos. All the videos are up, dude. They even took down videos of weather balloons. Everything now is college people with weather balloons with GoPros. It's all gone. So long story short, forget about me, but my buddy Brandon, he's like, Earth's flat. Holy shit. I was like,
So I'm making a documentary. It's going to be a show based on people's dreams. And I'm curious to what is one dream that is stuck within your head, or one dream that has like really had an impact on you. Like maybe you had a continuous dream, one that keeps happening and happening over and over again over a long period of time, or one that's just like, whoa. And you just remember it so clearly. There's one dream. That's all I'm asking.
Are you asking me right now? Or are you just telling me like, that's what you're thinking?
I think that's what I meant when I said one dream. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, no, I didn't know if you were telling me the premise of the show or actually asking me the question.
I'm fucking straight up asking you, what's one dream that has stuck into your head or happened over a continuous span? Don't give me an I don't know. You've had one insane dream before. A nightmare it can be. I don't care. Think it through if you have to.
The only dreams I ever remember, literally that I remember, unless like I'll remember it that morning, but then by the afternoon, I completely forgot what it is. Like, so I really don't remember any of my dreams.
You don't have one dream where like a scoutmaster took you behind a shed, or
no, actually I don't.
You dropped a bagel on the floor.
The only two dreams that I remember, I have two dreams that I remember, like literally my whole life. One was I was in Singapore. I remember it happened, and I opened my bass guitar case, and there was a Rolex in there. that I used to own, and I was like, oh my god, I never sold that Rolex. It was in that bass guitar case, and I woke up and it was so real. And I checked the guitar case and it wasn't there. I was like, fuck, was I fucking dreaming? Literally, I know that's really boring. And then the other one was when I first moved to Los Angeles, my buddy was giving me like over the like supplements. They were from like GNC and stuff. And apparently it was like some kind of something in it. It was making me have fucking dreams of black and white dreams, but I was like chopping my girlfriend up at the time with a fucking
What
axe.
the
And
fuck? Wait, hang
yeah,
on.
dude. And it was like
Wait, what?
super vivid. Yeah. It was like really like I'd wake up soaking wet and I had these black and white dreams. And the only thing that was red was or colored was the red of blood. And I mean, I would be like stomping on her face. And I saw
Like
like
a
the inside
Stanley
of her.
Kubrick movie? Why were you stomping
Yeah.
on her face?
I don't know.
You
I don't know.
chopped her
Like
up.
I
Did
was
you need to do
I
the
like, dude, it
excess?
was really fucking weird. That was the only time I was like, what the fuck am I? And I obviously I quit taking it. It was like, yeah,
Did you ever try
I
and
don't really.
find out why that happened?
Oh, I think it was just whatever the fucking shit was I was taking. I was probably like not steroids, but pro hormones that were legal at
The
the
way
time.
you were leading up to it, I was gonna jump in and say like you grew tits because you're like the way I was taking these supplements and then this strange thing happened and then you're fucking leading to this murder dream, you inner psychopath. I was just hoping you grew tits.
No, I'm glad I didn't grow tits. I'd rather just have a dream that wasn't real than have fucking
Mm.
tits.
You didn't
You know
want
what I
to
mean?
put oil into your muscles and have them expand out like that.
Never, none. I'm trying to lose weight. Arm looks good, but dude,
Well,
I'm really upset, man. I'm really upset about this pain
why are you worried about it, man? It's probably nothing. I bet you're
because
hyping it up, man. Like you're when you're sober, you're probably like, I'm not worried about pain. And then when you're high, you're like, I'm analyzing every part of my body. I hope I
no,
don't
because
shit.
I don't have insurance. Obviously I don't have insurance. I use my right arm all day long for work, and so I can't do that. And my dude, like I'm sure you can relate. I can't work out right now, and that makes me depressed.
Oh, I just did 6 hours of cardio the other day. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I cannot work out right now. I can't like physically, even when I'm driving my turning my steering wheel. Now, granted, I had a really, invasive deep tissue massage trigger point work yesterday done manipulation. I'm hoping that's what it is. It's like all swollen from that, but
Where'd you go to do that? It sounded like you went to a voodoo priest. You're like, I had a
no, no,
deep
no.
tissue
I have
cryogenic.
an amazing therapist that actually does house calls, and she comes to my house, and she is amazing.
I'm telling you, I got to create skits or something because I immediately just pictured you going to a massage therapist and then you come out and you're just a baby. Like you're a fucking little toddler with a red rooster hat on, walking down the street with an only
My traps
forearm
look pretty
shirt.
big.
Why do you always do that every time you're on the show? I get it. Okay, great. Raise the Fat Tuesday cup up so we can get the sign off. Just kidding. Has there been anything else you've been thinking about doing besides, how's the training going? How's everything else going? I've had some life
Like I said, my
changes.
training's been going great. I've been dieting down, everything like that, But like I said, as soon as I got now this, I got to figure out what this is or isn't. You know what I mean? In the next few days, because I got to make, like I said, the competition would be November 13th, which is in what, like, yeah, well, fuck, 13 days right now. So it means I have to weigh in on the 12th. So I have to weigh in 12 days, and I have to make a decision probably by Wednesday whether I'm going to do it or pull the plug, because I can't be waking up on a daily basis, not eating, not, you know what I mean, and dieting and everything, like all the stuff that I'm gonna have to do for the water cut, and being injured at the same, like it'll fuck my, I'll go crazy.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
you're
mean?
probably not healing properly because you're not eating what you need to be eating.
I think that's the reason I got hurt. I had we had one last hard practice. That's what we did. So I had like of the guys over from the team. We were all going really hard, but I'd been super under, yeah, super counting
Going really
calories, but
hard.
I hadn't eaten all day. I had breakfast in the morning, and it was like 7 o'clock at night, and I still hadn't eaten all day. And I just think probably lack of glycogen and all those kind of things can lead to getting
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah, I'm just hoping it's like a small strain or something. I had no bruising, which was good, but I'll tell you, it hurt so bad that when I woke up the next morning, um, I was convinced my whole arm was going to be purple, like, black and blue
I
purple.
bet you once you start getting back to your normal routine, it's going to heal up pretty quick. I think it's just you're taking something out and your body needs that little bit you're taking out. 'Cause you're already stressing it in every aspect of your life. You mostly seem stressed in your mind. As much as you have a lot of good stuff going on for you
No,
might
right now,
downplay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, this is horrible. I hate this feeling, man, because like I said, the one thing that balances my happiness out on a daily basis right now is because I'm not doing what I want to be doing, is I count my blessings for what they are, but I my working out, man, my gym time. I really enjoy getting stronger in the gym. I really it really motivates me to see my numbers go up and that kind of stuff. And so to take that big source of happiness out of my life right now, even for a day, like, you know what I mean? So this happened Wednesday. I haven't trained since then. So I was thinking by today I would feel better and I would start training it. And I went in and did like this motion right there. I'm just like moving my arm out a little bit. I mean, my real pain, man. Real
Can I
pain.
cheer you up mentally somehow?
I don't know. Fuck.
Jesus, keep going back to the physical. I'm like, the most I can do is send you like a GoFundMe to fucking get a blowjob or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it to my wife. I hope. I mean, I'll start paying her to blow me. I guess. Fuck. I haven't tried that. Maybe I'll
And
get there a couple bones.
I always wanted to talk about the Orlando Studios thing. So, besides having like memories of your dad and stuff like that, did you have anything else that you were really pulling out of it? Like going back there, was it like walking like into your old high school in a way?
Yeah, it was totally. It was time travel. Yeah, 100%. I mean, for both of us, for Sarah too, because Sarah, I lived in Orlando. I never knew her in Orlando, but she lived there as well, and she opened the Harry Potter ride at the
There's a Harry
Universal
Potter
Studios
ride.
too. Yeah, and so it was real weird. She said it was really weird for her too. Just to like last time she was there, she was 23 years old. Now she's 33 and married. So same. It was just like it was weird.
And you guys will go back when you're 44, and then
Yeah,
you're 44, aren't you?
45,
Oh yeah. Wow. Wait, how old's your wife?
33.
What the fuck, man? You need to be in jail. you
Is
gotta
that
be,
in
you
jail?
gotta be
Really?
in jail. Holy shit.
It's not like
Oh,
she's 3 and I'm
I know.
17.
I know.
That would be
I know.
bad, but it
Yeah,
could have been.
it's okay because you guys are both over the age of consent. Um,
Thank God.
I've been, I've been thinking, I've been having some life changes. Life changes.
You're gay.
Not going to disclose that yet.
Have you seen, speaking of gays, have you seen all
Wait,
the
what?
gay? Because everything's gay now. Superman's gay, NFL's gay, football's gay. Have you seen the Doritos commercials?
What's wrong with the Doritos commercial?
Have you seen them?
I don't
The
watch
gay.
TV.
I don't watch TV either, but that's the one thing I get out of work is we put on things. Whether you do it now or off the air or whatever, like please do me a favor and Google gay Doritos and watch and just sit back and enjoy. Dude, there's one. Have you ever seen the Disney movie Coco?
Hang on, I gotta Google it. Yeah, no, I've never seen Coco.
Do you know what it is though?
Yeah, it's like a movie about they were teaching you how to grow your own coffee bean.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Dude, Coco's a really sweet movie about like the afterlife and what Mexicans believe and stuff like that, right? Dude, Doritos goes and makes a commercial that this woman's husband passed away. And on the year of her anniversary of his death, they go to his grave and he comes out of the fucking grave as a ghost and he's fucking gay now. And she's like, this is her partner. And the wife's really happy that he's not going to be alone in the afterlife, that he's gay now. Now, dude, I have tons and tons of Spanish friends, right? And they're like fucking flipping out. They think it's outrageous, dude.
What's the Doritos commercial called?
I don't know. Doritos Afterlife, Doritos Hispanic gay Doritos. I don't fucking
That's a
know.
microaggression. Like you go back to the beginning.
Microaggression.
After
I'll try to look for it. Doritos. There it is.
days ago, Doritos Halloween Day of the Dead 2021.
Doritos. Listen, it's called Doritos, and then just put it's Spanish. It's Doritos de Nunca or something like that. You see it?
Hang on. Share screen.
I guess I'll have a smoke break.
Can you see what I'm seeing?
Yes, I can now. Yes, I can. This is it.
I have a crappy computer, so bear with us, audience. I need to see what Jason Latona is talking about. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's very loud. You're welcome, world.
Hermano, cómo te extraño.
Oh, see, they changed it. I saw the dearest husband. This is different.
¡Oh! ¡Tío Alberto!
¡Qué sorpresa! ¿Qué hubo, familia? ¿Cómo están?
Alberto.
¿Quién es él?
Who the fuck is that? Oh, that's Mario. He's the fucking dude I'm fucking now. Eat some Doritos, you fags.
¡Qué milagro! Creí que este iba a estar solo para siempre. Alberto.
Are you sure that's her husband or is that her brother?
It's her. Well, apparently now that says her brother. I saw one that says my dearest, whatever. But the problem, why?
What's the point of the commercial? It's never too
Why?
late to be who you are. That's the. What the fuck are we talking about?
Look, dude, fucking gay ass or Robert,
Why
dude.
say that if you're gonna be that crazy with it, who cares if they're gay?
This is what I'm saying, dude. This is my point. Why?
Because it sells. Corporations are gonna sell. You know what's crazy?
So you're gonna tell me though? You're gonna tell me
Chick-fil-A had a giant thing against the equality thing, and transgender people raised hell about it. But everyone's still buying Chick-fil-A because nobody gives a shit. They're still gonna buy from the corporations. They'll publicly denounce them, but they're still going to secretly.
Oh, I agree. No.
door.
I agree what you're saying with it to an extent because, like, here's the thing though. I know so many people now, and I'm not even talking. I'm talking about Hispanic people. I work with a guy who's from Peru, and his girlfriend's Mexican. I mean, dude, I have so many Hispanics. So this is not my point. I couldn't give a shit. I'd still eat fucking Doritos, but they are like, dude, fuck them, fuck Doritos, like, you know, because they're like kind of conservative Catholics, you know, a lot of them. And again, I'm being generally, you know, I'm generalizing, but you know what I'm saying. But they're just like, what the why are you?
I think it goes
this?
back to what you kind of said when I was talking about the person that said I need to talk to you about micro and macroaggressions. When did we start expecting our people to, or rappers to not kill people? When did we start expecting them not to say crazy, outrageous shit that was offensive? When did we expect our comedians to not say crazy stuff
Funny
that was
shit.
going to make you laugh? When were we expecting our Doritos or our companies to make announcements about things only because it's in the eyes of the public a way to sell shit? There's a weird high bar of expectation we have for people that necessarily have nothing to fucking do. Like,
no, but what I'm saying is, this is my question, and you don't even have to answer this because if you don't want to fucking incriminate yourself. But my thing is, I'm just saying for food for thought for anyone who's thinking this: does Doritos sell more Doritos with the gay banner on there or the rainbow thing, or do they sell less Doritos because of the rainbow thing? My opinion, I'll just tell you my thing is they sell less Doritos because if you're gay, you're not going to be like, oh wait a second, Doritos hasn't announced that they're gay and I'm not going to eat them. No, you're going to be like, let's suck some cock before we do. I'm gonna eat some Doritos. Cool ranch, you know. But the thing is, you're going to get a lot of people that you're going to get a lot of people that are angry at that. Now, I'm not saying I'm angry at it, but I'm saying I'm predicting. I'm telling you, I couldn't give a fuck with it. But there's going to be dudes out there, people that are out there that are going to not or basically boycott Doritos because of this. More so to me than, oh shit, I'm gay and he hated Doritos, but now they like gay people, so I'm gonna eat a bunch of Doritos. Most of the gay guys I know are fucking nearly in good shape and they don't eat that shit. So
I don't like the fake authenticity. There's too much of that out there already. I don't.
Yeah, it's stupid. You don't need to do. You know, it's completely unnecessary.
I don't care if you're gay. I don't care whatever the fuck you are.
Who gives a
fuck?
fuck?
When a corporation acts like they're going out of their way to make something just because they know they can target a certain audience with that, I'm like, does anybody else see that? Like, a real good question you said a long time ago, I think on 2 episodes ago or an episode ago, you said, why do we think differently? Why do me and you think differently? Think about it. Do we jack off too much? Do we jack off too little?
I ask it all the time.
I think we just don't eat the same bullshit as everybody else. There's a lot of people in America that eat the same fast food, the same type of crappy shit. And I think they're doping the fucking people,
Actually eat it.
They're taking over it.
No, but dude, my mom eats nothing but fucking like Arby's and like, you know, landed her in the hospital multiple times, but that's all she eats. And she don't think the same, you know, she thinks
because it takes a while to weigh down the older generations.
Dude, I know, but I really think it, yeah, like I have a theory about it. I don't want to talk about it there, but I have a theory.
What do you mean you don't want to talk about it?
Because you're going to get all weird with me.
What? No, tell me. I want to hear the theory now. You can't fucking say that. You really don't trust me enough not to get weird unless it's flat earth. What is it? You think that they're mining oil out of the ground and giving it to young babies to feed them and grow them into super human beings?
I actually, if you really want to know, I actually think, and this is gonna be too deep for whatever
Hold
it
on, let
is.
me
I don't know.
stick my headphones all the way in my ears because somehow you get quieter.
But I
You're
actually
whispering because the
no,
government's listening.
no. No, it's not the government. I actually think no, nothing to do with the government. I actually think it's a, and the Bible makes references to these things, but I actually do really think it's no, I actually really do think it's a gift that God has bestowed on people. Now, here's not to worship him or not worship him. I'm not talking about that at all. I think it's no different than the gift of like when someone has, you hear people say it. Oh, you have a lovely voice. Your voice is a gift. Your personality is a gift. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether
Just
they
a
mean it
breath
in
of
the
fresh air.
whether they mean it in a spiritual godly sense or they're just saying it because that's the verbiage of speech that they use, I'm not talking about
Oh,
that.
they look like you're
But
about to jump off of a bridge and they're trying to
they
give you a
they
compliment.
no, I'm just saying, I think I think, but everyone means that's coming from the same place. It's something, it's an innate something that didn't come from a byproduct of your working for it. You know what I'm saying? You have an amazing voice. You ever taken a lesson? No, I just, your voice touched me. It's a gift. You know what I mean? I think God puts these gifts on people. Again, my opinion. But I think God puts these gifts on people. And I think you and like myself and like other people that may be listening, when you you have the gift of perception, and it makes us able to quote unquote see through the bullshit. Now, whether we use that gift to glorify God or whatever, that's not irrelevant, because the Bible actually also says the gifts of God's are the gift from the gifts from God or of God are without reproach. So whether you use it to worship God or you don't, he doesn't take the gift away. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make him, it's his gift to you. Just like if I gifted you a car and you a brand new fucking 1967 Corvette, and I gifted it to you, and you took that gift and you put it in the fucking showroom of your and waxed it every day, or you took that gift and was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking drive the fuck out of this, or you took that gift and was left it outside in your driveway and it got all rusty. The gift didn't change, but what you did with it did. As a byproduct, the car changed.
Do you think it might just be a concept of maybe we have a certain foresight into bullshit only because maybe when we were kids we bullshitted a lot and then we can kind of understand when someone is feeding us a trail?
No, I don't. I don't, because I know other circumstances that are different to that both ways. On the other side of the people that are blinded to the side that I know, people that are really not, super honest people that are like, what the fuck? I really do. I'm just saying that's my real opinion. I
Okay.
really do believe that we have some type of gift, though different than a gift of someone who's amazing at basketball or hand-eye coordination, or a gift of voice, or a gift with some kind of comprehension. I think there's a gift of perception, that's some type of gift that not a sixth sense kind of gift. I'm not saying that because I'm not trying to make it like super mystical. I'm simply saying it's a part of your brain that accesses to what I believe is wisdom. And again, the difference between knowledge and wisdom: knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit, wisdom is knowing not to putting in a fruit salad. That's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. You can hear all the knowledge about the tomatoes are fruit, but your wisdom will tell you, yeah, but I'm not still putting it in the salad, contrary to what I know. I think with everything that's going on in the world, you could be loaded with information, loaded with knowledge, and some of it may be true. It's true that tomatoes are fruits, but I also still wouldn't recommend you putting it in a fruit salad. I think that same thing is what, there's something, you have it, I have it. It's not generational. It's not from our food. I think the government or people want to think it that way, so we have something to point it to. But again, in my opinion, it's simply a gift.
I think it might be like I don't want to chalk it up to a gift with God. It's okay if you do that. I might agree with you on a concept that I think it might be a survival thing. I think it's like a primal thing that might
Possible.
be inherent in our a certain genetic lapse or in our line. Our parents might not be like that. Our grandparents might not be like that, but our great grandparents might. Our great before that, we might have a common link in some aspects. But there's a reason why there's a group of people that like to stay up in the middle of the night while everybody sleeps, and then they go to sleep while everybody's awake. They're called night watchers. They used to watch the fires at night while the other people slept. There was a group of people that is inherently in their DNA to be able to do that. It's programmed into them. Necessarily, we might be those people. There's an old theory called truth wizards, and I want to talk to you about this. Here's my little story. So, a little bit to what's been going on in my life, because we've been talking about Jason Latona, four-armed four bastard, for fucking an hour and a half. I had another court case come up about unemployment. I owed $2,400. They overpaid me. And I said, there's no way you fucking overpaid me. And they brought to this concept of, yeah, you refused work. And I was like, I only refused work because I was working at another job and they were giving me this claim. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a Zoom call. I'm thinking I'm going to get, how we're doing right now. This is how they've been doing court cases now. But I get a fucking phone call that I have to dial in for. And I'm like, how are you going to be able to sense out if I'm lying to you, if I'm feeding you a story, if I'm bullshitting you? I can change and morph my voice in a certain way to where you can't tell if I'm going to fib or not. But to see my face and tell if I'm fucking lying to you, get on with the judge. We wait 10 minutes. The other person doesn't show up. And she goes, so we're here because you refused work to file in April of 2020. And I was like, can you repeat that again? She said, in April of 2020, did you refuse work? I said, can you repeat that one more time? Mr. Robertson, in April of 2020, you refused work. And I was like, well, how could I refuse work if nothing was open? Everything shut down in the beginning of March and didn't open up until the end of June. So that means in April, there was nothing open unless you were an essential worker. And she goes, okay, that aside, what is your stance? I'm like, why would you throw away my best piece of evidence? And then eventually I won. So I beat the state of Maryland and I beat John Hopkins. I'm 2-0. Fuck yeah. But those are two giant corporations. So if you fucking kill somebody like your dream, I'll fucking cover you. I'll take the rap. But there's an old subject, an old thing you can still look up today online. It's called a truth wizards test. Now, truth wizards, before there was polygraph, before there was all these lying things that have been shown to be inconclusive in court, you can fake one of those lie detector tests. You can do a bunch of shit. It's all bullshit. There used to be a thing where they were appointed as judges, police officers, people that could sense out bullshit, that could sense a tale. They're called truth wizards. I think I mentioned to you this before, but we never went down the full rabbit hole with it. I saw this happen with the Derek Chauvin trial. When I'm watching that judge and he's fucking cutting off the bullshit and he's getting right to the base point on things, you start to see him like, I don't give a, I don't know, I don't care what people think on my decision. I care about what's going to be right here in this scenario. And that's a very few times you ever see that. They looked for a long time to find that judge. It's because I think for so long we have politicians now, judges now, cops now, that wasn't a capability. Back in the day, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they needed bodies, man. All they needed was fucking people off the street. That means, hey, you want a job as police officer? Why would I be? Ronnie Coleman was a police officer. The man's a fucking 8-time Mr. Olympian. He even said, I shouldn't have been a cop. I just got a free membership. That's all I cared about. Nobody wanted to fight me. That's his whole thing. They stopped looking in and vetting these people because they needed people. And now it's become the normal. So you wonder why there's a fucking problem in society is because you're not verifying if people are actually willing to do the right thing with their job, no matter where that falls. You see this in court cases. I was innocent, and it makes you feel like you're fucking guilty. As soon as you walk in, they question you and they take the power out of your hands. Like in the Epstein doc, he takes as a narcissist, tries to take the power out of the people that are questioning him's hands. He does not like it when he's in control, which is a tale of a narcissist. Everything in society, structure-wise, is to take the power out of your hands and make you feel powerless. And necessarily, I think me and you have one common trait in mind, which is that we don't like fucking people trying to control us. And that doesn't mean anarchy. That just means like you don't like being treated like you have less power or you're devalued than anything else. And I think a lot of people aren't necessarily looking at where they feel devalued. And I think that's because we base our value in, oh, it's other people attacking me. It's not the government. No, it's a system that's set up to make you feel like a fucking loser. And it's not true.
Well,
Am I wrong?
100%. And it's the problem is because everyone compromises so much in their life. Every day you compromise, you know what I mean? For the good or the bad. Sometimes I guess in the eyes of society, it's a necessary compromisation, where someone cuts you off in front of in traffic and you have a fucking handgun in your car, you want to shoot them in the face, but you're just like, well, I'm not going to because that would be wrong. Okay, well, you know what I mean? Technically, though, you kind of compromise, but even if someone says something to you, or you want to say something back, like, you fucking idiot, you may not say it, or, I guess I'm using negative connotations right now, but what I'm saying is there's compromise every day. Your boss tells you to do something, you're just like, oh my God, it would be better if we did it this way, but you don't say anything just because of the whatever, but I think and that's what everyone wants you to do now is, compromise even more and more your belief system to go along with the agenda, whatever the agenda is, because if I go out and speak out my belief, or don't compromise when I'm thinking, if I see something about this or that, a subject that someone may not agree with, now all of a sudden they're either a hateful bigot, or they're not free thinking, or they're, you know what I mean, whatever it is. Reality is they're just like, dude, that guy next to me probably thinks the exact same way, but he just isn't saying it because he's going to compromise what he's going to say just so he doesn't start an issue. You know what I mean?
I'm above the belief when I hear someone tell me that they can't do a show, or they can't do my podcast, or they can't say a certain thing because it's going to affect their place of work, or it's going to affect what the fuck was that?
I think that I think my drink hit me in the glasses and I got like fucking
condensation on your eye.
Wow, something. Yeah. God, I'm listening.
But I think that I never want to be put in a scenario where I feel like I'm not able to say what I think, or able to say what I feel, all because it might affect a job, or it might affect something.
Yeah, but that's like every fucking job.
That's the fucking crazy thing, is why is there all the positions like that? Why can't you just understand that if an academic comes on the show, you understand that their opinions are their opinions, because everything, the word that comes out of your mouth is out of you. It's your person, it's your face, but people take it like it reflects back onto their system. I don't know. That's
it's just because
issue.
They're insecure, man. It's just because of insecurity. Again, like when we talk about, like, I don't understand the concept of being offended. Again, I'm not saying this because I'm holier than thou, or I'm like some kind of, I'm not educated or whatever. I can't understand the concept of being offended, meaning that my words, my opinion, or my opinion of something, or my opinion of some situation, or my opinion on you can fucking affect you so much that you now changes you in some way, shape, or form how you feel. I don't understand the concept of that. I don't understand it. I've said it before. You asked me on the show. So wait, if someone said something about your wife, I'd be like, you said that wouldn't offend you. I'm sorry you feel that way. You have dude, I think your fucking beard looks like fucking Rosie O'Donnell's pussy.
What?
I'd be like, no, I mean me. I was talking about myself.
Oh.
See, instantly you went to yourself, and I would be like, yeah, I could see that.
Because you said you. What the fuck are we talking
No,
about?
I said if someone said it to me.
Conversation in your fucking head.
No, if someone said it to me,
your mic must have fucking muted when you said that, because all I heard was your fucking beard looks like Rosie O'Donnell. You should have said chin flap, but you fucking said pussy like a fucking. That's your go-to bush.
No, but I'm saying, bush. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. If someone said, dude, your fucking beard looks like Rosie O'Donnell's bush, I'd be like, fuck, dude, that was a good one. like, oh shit, maybe I should shave. You know what I mean? Like, what? You're offended? Oh, you guys are nothing but bleh, and insert fucking offensive word here. I can't believe you. It hurts me. like I'm like, dude, I'm like fucking Harry Potter, like, like offensium. Oh, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so offended by words. You fucking retard.
I don't know why I just pictured you dressed up as Aquaman, just fucking out in your fucking parking lot trying to cast a storm on people.
No, it wouldn't be Aquaman. Yeah, I'd be full on my Aquaman with a Harry Potter robe on and my fagios for dope. Oh.
Insidus rectum, and you're like fucking casting it up at the sky,
and everyone turns gay. Fagios disappearos, but again, it's like, what are you really? That's where we're at in Earth. You're like I said too.
Well, you Manchurian candidate. You say the word, and then you automatically, people don't even know to hear anything else. They just get triggered. They just go into a blinding rage.
It's so nuts.
And man. I feel like you do it on purpose when you come on my show. You just
100%.
I feel like in your everyday life, you're going to that damn sub shop or whatever you're getting. You always Boston Market, whatever you call it.
No, Bob's Deli. Shout out to
okay.
Bob's.
You always fucking walk down there and you're just normal. Like, hey, can I open up the door for you? I would love to.
I am normal. I am like that. I'm the nicest.
Why
fucking
you
dude
come
in the
on my
world.
show and be this fucking outright Jason Latona? Can I get a calm Jason Latona that doesn't
I was
smoke
super
weed,
calm.
who comes in wearing a suit?
No, because I don't wear a fucking suit. No.
Oh.
I wore a suit way too long. In like 4 years of my life, I wore a fucking suit. No, dude, but I am calm. I'm the
Personal
night. That's
defense
what the
attorney?
thing. I have zero hate or animosity or anything against anyone in my heart. I love everybody. I want everybody, even my enemies, to be happy, truthfully. So maybe that's why I don't feel the way, again, I know how it feels. Like right now, I'll be honest. I know how it feels right now. My shoulder's injured,
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God.
No, let me finish. But no, because it's relatable.
How are you going to compare your shoulder being injured to the fact that there's been horrible years of oppression that people felt like they could never be themselves, all because of their sexual orientation or who they found attractive? You're going to compare that to your fucking shoulder pain? It's going to go away when you eat a goddamn double cheeseburger. Like it's gonna fucking go away.
Dude, hey, so hopefully the gays. You know what I mean?
Shut the fuck up.
What are you gonna be to say? No, but yeah, my shoulder pain's way worse than being gay.
I can't laugh at that. You fucking asshole.
No, it's true. Hey, listen, right now, if you're like, dude, to be totally honest, a doctor came here like, hey, man, suck on this. Your pain will be away. I'd be like, hold on, Robbie. I'd be like, so no, my shoulder pain's worse than being gay. If it took a little bit of, oh shit, dude. Yeah, I'm talking whatever. So yes, my shoulder pain's worse than being gay. Anyway, but what I was saying was, before you rudely interrupted me, was that
why did you go? Wait, why did you go to Pac-Man?
That's how I learned how to suck dick from the 80s. I'm an 80s kid, man. How else do you think I fucking suck dick?
It's a wet, hot American summer.
That's how I suck dick, like a fucking 80s
God
kid.
Damn it.
No, but like what I was gonna say was
my fucking side hurts, man. Give me a second.
That's good. What I was gonna say is if something like my shoulder hurts, or you have a bad day at work or something like that, I don't know, and then someone does the same thing to you, a car cuts you off while you're driving. Again, this is someone you don't know. If you're in a thing, you just had a fight with your girl, and like you said, you just got in trouble at work, that thing's going to piss you off way more than if you just won your court case and you got $5,000, back into your bank account. Now the same scenarios, you know what I mean? Like
they didn't take any money out of my account. There's no way they get
no. I'm saying though, if you know what I'm saying, you feel totally different if you get a bunch of good shit happen to you, and a bunch of then that same guy, the bad shit happens to him. You have the same fucking thing, someone, you spilled mustard on your shirt. Well, if I just got 10 grand, I go, fuck, I'll buy a new shirt. But if I'm having a bad day, it's like, damn it, this is a big fucking problem now. So I remember I was in Singapore, and a girl came to me. She was in a bad mood. It was like noon or something. She was like, I just can't, don't talk to me right now. I was like, what's happening? You all right? She's like, this is what she said. All right. I went to Starbucks this morning and I asked for soy milk, and they gave me regular milk. Whoa. And I go, holy shit. And you're still here. I'm like, at first I was like, oh my God, are you okay?
You might need to sit down.
Yeah. And I was like, and she was just like, no, I mean, thanks for asking. But I was just like, first of all, I'm fucking, what time did this happen? She was like 7 a.m. I was like, it's fucking noon. It's like fucking 7 hours later, and you're whatever hours later, and you're, fucking 5 hours ago, you're still worried about what milk they did or didn't give you in your coffee. You suck as a human being.
I'm laughing because I just picture I ordered soy milk and they gave me breast milk, and like I'm gonna drink it anyway.
It wasn't a gay guy. It was a chick.
That was my girl.
Oh, really?
It was the
what is it? It was my gay guy. I was like, so let's go get something right out.
It's the voice crack. Or what is it? What's it called? There's a specific term for it. I think it's not Britney Spears that made it popular. Someone else made it popular.
Like Valley Girl kind of voice? That's what you sound like.
It's like the voice crack like this.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, Yeah. So all I was saying was I kind of get when people get whatever, are more sensitive than others, on a day-to-day basis. But at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, you're in charge of your own fucking feelings and happiness. And if someone else can say something that can derail you like that, it's not the other person, man. It's you. It's you. And that's the thing. No one ever wants to take fucking accountability. Nobody wants to take responsibility. It's you. It's fucking you. It's me, or you know what I mean? Like right now, what's the reason, like you say, I should have a better platform or whatever, I'm like, it's me, it's my fucking fault, man. It's not because the system's against me or anything like that. It's my fucking fault. There's people out there that are putting in more better work than me, and they're working harder or doing more shit. And for whatever reason, I'm not doing it. So what are you texting me?
No, I was trying to look up who this person is.
What person is?
This person I was just mentioning to you.
Oh, fuck, my shoulder hurts, dude. It sucks.
You ever thought about Icy Hot with Shaq?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to find it.
You give me the cold shoulder. I'm gonna tell a joke in the meantime.
What
I can
joke?
do that. I said tell a joke in the meantime.
Yeah, tell me a joke, Mr. Funny Man. Why don't you ever do comedy?
That's what they were saying to me, and this whole fucking thing in Orlando. Like, dude, you got 15 minutes and you like to do stand up, and I was just like, I mean, I guess, fuck,
Tell me a joke.
We were, what?
Tell me a joke.
You want to hear some? Well, it's not a joke, but dude, you want to hear some funny shit? So, what my wife's been doing, dude, is my wife's been like recording me at night when I get high and I just talk about shit because she's like, Jason, like it's like all fucking gold, all good material. And we were talking about do you want to wait? Like, do you want to wait? Like, cause you look busy.
All right, I'm done looking for it. I'm trying to find this fucking clip to show, but I can't show the clip. It's the woman. It's like I know what it is. Oh my God, hang on a second. This is fucking perfect. I can't believe. Remember Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell. Remember Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Sure. That's not that hard.
It's the video I know you're gonna get a crack out of.
Have I seen this video?
No, I don't think you've ever seen it. It's called The Emasculine Men.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
If anything you've said hasn't pissed off somebody, this video is going to piss off a lot of people.
Perfect. I don't think I've said anything piss offy. I think I've been
said
supportive.
A lot of shit.
Really?
First,
I said I love everybody.
Hacking up Sarah with blood all over the wall.
It wasn't Sarah.
Stepping on her face, and then
it wasn't Sarah.
If anything, we can just plead insanity, and then we can probably.
It wasn't Sarah. No, that was fucking medicine. That wasn't insanity. But like I said, I quit taking it. You're talking about something that happened like fucking like 15, 17, fuck shit, more than that. Yeah,
you're the one that brought it up.
You asked me about a dream.
I didn't ask you anything. You're taking supplements that are making you think things. This is the last thing I'm looking up.
I hope so.
How do you spell? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
And I'm going to be able to see this?
Yeah. This is this an ad that's about to play before it? This would never be played today. I'm trying to see if this is it was an ad. We're not going to watch the full thing because it's 4 fucking minutes long, but I know you're going to kick out of this. This is 100% real. If this happened today, then it wouldn't. They would cancel him 100%. They would cancel Will Ferrell. Can you see what I'm saying?
Suck. Yeah, it's on Funny or Die. Can
you see what I'm saying?
I see Funny or Die.
Dear woman, we stand before you today as men committed to becoming more conscious in every way.
We feel deep love, great respect, and a growing sense of worship for the gifts of the feminine. We also feel deep sorrow about the destructive actions of the unconscious masculine in the past and present.
We want to apologize and make amends for those actions in order to bring forth a new era of co-creation with you.
So this
As
is based
I
on an
become
actual
more
video.
conscious, I grow more aware of the play of masculine and feminine energy within me, within you, and in all of life.
Look at that. Around
Free, open
CGI.
sky.
I commit to owning and stewarding a masculinity that honors and celebrates us as equals.
we can create great miracles together by nurturing each other in a conscious way.
Throughout history, men have unfairly oppressed you.
Many of the men who have oppressed you or abused you are no longer alive. I apologize for them dying before they had the chance to apologize.
I honor your deep connection to the earth.
As men, we apologize for social constraints we've placed on your natural body hair.
In the mid-'80s, we discouraged you from growing out a pelty bush.
All right, we're fucking done. Oh, I'm like, if that played today, you know, those people would all lose their fucking careers.
No, I don't know. I think it's awesome.
It's like
I mean,
Robert
not-
Downey Jr.
like-
playing blackface, and then they just went away with that.
That was awesome.
Nobody
how
ever
great
brings
was that?
up. Well, Tropic
How-
Thunder was a great movie, but he
great
even
was
talked
Tropic
about in his
Thunder?
interview. He goes, "I'm so lucky that that happened then and not now, because he would not be lasting as a actor or anything today." Now everyone just remembers him from that meme of Iron Man snapping his fingers at the Infinity Gauntlet. Hopefully that doesn't get me taken down from YouTube for playing that full minute clip of that.
Yeah, I hope it does. I hate all my shit on YouTube. I like my shit fucking underground.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
like
want to.
10,000 videos on there.
I know, but I want to have like now where you only can find me on like the dark web. That's
On
all I-
Odyssey, our YouTube video is a good one up there. It's probably one of my top ones on my list.
Which one?
The one where I was telling you to pick a peach and I couldn't say the words properly with
Oh.
Nicolas Cage. And I busted out laughing.
What about the goddamn one? Is that up there? What how's that? Was that the
I
same?
don't know
episode?
what number that is. You've been on like 5 or 6 times, man.
At
We're about to
least,
hit
yeah.
1,000 episodes.
Oh, I thought it'd be 1,000 between you and I. It feels like that sometimes because I fucking space out and come back.
We've been like talking for almost over a year now, about a year and a half.
Straight.
Yeah. I actually found the old messages on my other profile, not the out of the blank one on Instagram, but the one that messaged you, asking you to message this profile.
Oh
And
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
You sent me a fucking paragraph trying to explain yourself about it. And I was like, dude, just message the other fucking page.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, you want to hear some funny shit?
Sure.
Let me smoke some more weed then.
Get me into the dark realms of your mind of where you go when you're high, when you start to question Top Gun and wonder why his name is Goose.
Dude, that's a big one, dude. Top Gun links all movies together. It's kind of weird. No, so we're talking about this was like me. We were doing like I said, we're at an arm wrestling practice. Everyone's fucking high. A lot of people are drunk in both. I'm just, I'm not much of a drinker. But we're all sitting there and they're talking about like, dude, holy shit. There was like a few guys. This is back to the flat earth shit. But again, it's not about flat earth. It's just about me fucking being funny. And but we were just talking about shit. I was just like, just fucking on a rant, and just saying like, if you think, I'm just sorry. But again, if you because we were outside practicing and you saw like the moon, here. And then like, an hour and a half into practice, 2 hours after practice and talking, and the moon's here. And I was like, now, do you guys really think that like it wasn't the moon, that it was just us like going, oh shit.
If you wish to go down the fucking flat earth rabbit hole,
no, listen,
I will fucking do it. But you have to promise that I can post the episode.
Yeah, you can fucking post it.
Okay.
Dude, no, but I'm not being a dick. I just simply was like, I was in a point where I was just like, we were all laughing, and certain people, because there are other people that believe like I do, and then other people that, think it's crazy. And I love it. I love everyone's fucking thoughts.
I get your perspective of it, but I've had an
just literally
astrophysicist explain that it's not. If anything, can we talk about the UFO thing? Is there a possibility that it's government tech for sure? I think it's government tech, but I've heard so much now where it comes from the Vag machine or whatever you want to call it. They talk about time travel. Like there's a guy, a documentary about a guy, he talks about that there's our tech, which is the alien crafts that you start to see a lot more of. Then there's tech from future people, which is people from the future able to come back to the past. So they've mastered time travel.
The problem though,
which I don't know.
The problem with like these astrophysicists or something, they'll look at you and they'll tell you like it's fucking like it's for real, and they'll tell you like it's facts. And the reality is they're just regurgitating information.
What about William Shatner going into space telling you it's
again?
Not flat?
Come on, William Shatner, an actor, and you know what I mean. Again, it's such bullshit. Like I said, no, this is what I was getting at. It was like, if you think right now, if we drill straight down, we're gonna run into fucking upside down Chinese people.
No, we're gonna run into lava.
There's
a core for a reason.
Okay.
You don't believe there's a core to the earth?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think it's a bunch of stalagmites at the bottom, like an iceberg.
I don't know what it is.
Do you
I don't
think the Titanic was really the Olympia? It didn't really sink?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked down into that it wouldn't surprise. No. I actually think the Titanic was real and all, but I think it was
An insurance thing.
I
I talked to a underwater sea archaeologist who said it wasn't, but I mean, it's very believable that one is. I think that's one of the more believable.
And this all the fucking it's the other things that all came up after the Titanic, like all the the richest, some of the richest people in the whole world were on that ship at the same time. And then I mean, there was a lot of economic things that changed, industrialism and stuff that changed after that as a result of that. Again, I'm not that doesn't really affect me that much. I like I said, it's
Does
just
the flat
when
Earth one affect you? Does that keep?
well,
you
yeah,
up at
because
night?
I mean, yes and no.
Yes, it does.
And I'll tell
keeps you up.
well, no, yes,
You're
because
sipping your Fat Tuesday cup and look through your blinds like these people don't know that the Earth is fucking flat.
I think that, but it's also like
I can throw a softball and watch it land in the middle of the Sahara and Joshua Tree, and nobody can know but me.
But no, I think no, it's not that. It's I hate that I'm right.
Oh my God.
I hate that I hate that that I know the truth. I hate it. I hate it.
What's your fucking proof?
Again, here's the issue. Because the very next day after that, it was like a weekend. No, sorry, the following Saturday, we were up practicing again, and this guy, and he was talking about and Brandon said this to him because Brandon was like, dude, so I know you for like 2 years and you've known all this stuff. You haven't said anything to me. And I was just like, because dude, I don't say anything. Truthfully, this is real true talk. I don't say anything to anybody because I don't want to, because I know this is what I know. I know that I know that I know.
If the Earth is
answer
right,
this question.
I will
answer this question.
You answer this. If the Earth is right, if the Earth is flat, and you're right, I'll get a tattoo of the word Pfizer on my dick.
Why
that
would
makes
I want
sense.
You to do that.
I don't know.
Want you to do that.
You want me to get a vaccine? You told me the other day to get one.
Yeah. But here's the
Robbie,
thing.
I want you to grow a third eye.
But and so like Brandon said to this guy Foster, he's like, dude, he's like, fuck man, he's like, you wish you were here last week, dude. Fucking Earth's flat. And he was like, wait, well, what? And you can see the thing, okay. And again, this is all I said to him. He's like, I have questions. I said, I have answers, but you cannot answer me with the bullshit that you've been taught. It's no different than when I have a conversation with bodybuilders about their diet and they say to me, but the more you eat, your metabolism goes up. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Well, because that's what I was told. If the answer for any question I ask you is because that's what you were told, you will not have the conversation, and you cannot use that as an answer.
I understand the rules. Now teach me.
Every fucking thing that you see, that you hear, everything like that. When you realize that here's the thing. I asked this to everyone who thinks I'm crazy. I said, honestly, put yourself in I'm going to ask you a real fucking question right now and put yourself in this answer. Like it's real. Like answer this question as real as fucking possible. Life or death, gun to your head. Will you take the bet? The Earth is round or flat right now, gun to your head.
Round.
And you're down. You're dead.
How am I dead?
But I don't believe. No, I do. Because honestly, I believe you're fucking lying to me. I do not believe
to you.
I do not believe. I believe that's what you.
Why do you think I believe that the Earth is flat? What evidence do you have to make you think that I believe that it's flat?
No, because what I'm saying is, I guarantee if it was a real scenario, you would be like, I'm not going to take that bet. That's what you would say.
But why would you think that I would be hesitant in taking it? Do you think I believe that the Earth is flat, or do you think I'm
there's
starting
inherent?
No. Do you think that I believe the Earth is flat, or do you think that I'm starting to believe that it actually might not be round?
I think it's not a question about Robbie. I don't think it has anything to do with you.
Now,
I
why
think
are you
every
asking me the
single
question?
Because every single person, I guarantee, just if I said right now, truthfully, is God real? The same thing. There's something that's gonna inside of you gonna fucking go, fuck, I can't bet 100%. I can't bet my life to it. Because we know the answer. The guy holding the gun knows the real answer and says, right now, gun to it's your wife's head. That's a different. most people can't put themselves in a situation. They would say, I don't know. I know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's all I'm saying.
Well, can you
That's all I'm saying.
adapt some of these questions to me? Like if you're going to try and pull something out of me, if I
No, because
give
I
me the
think,
flat Earth questionnaire. Can I take one of those? Do you have a survey? Do you have any pamphlets? Any pamphlets at all?
but again, here's the thing. But that's what it is. I don't need to convince you of anything. I couldn't care less.
I'm
What
not
the fuck
asking you to
believe.
convince me. I'm asking you to show me what you've seen. Show me what you know. Ask me the questions you ask people to understand and
I
root
don't.
out if
No, 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 no,
what
no,
I
no, no.
think being constructed in my brain by artificial sperms, or am I thinking like I'm supposed to be thinking? Just ask the question if my foundation is so built
All right.
strong
I'll give you a
that if you
perfect example.
shake
Then
the
you ready?
tree,
Here we
the
go. Here we
fruit
go.
does not fall.
Here we go. Here we go.
The fruit.
Why? Why do you not? Why do you not have the COVID vaccine and believe in wearing masks and all that stuff like that? Here's the thing. You've seen millions of minutes of
Why did you
propaganda.
switch it to COVID?
Just listen, because you've seen millions of issues of propaganda telling you that this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. It's this, it's this, it's that. And there are people that are younger than you seeing that are going to grow up with that and think, if I don't have a mask on, I'm going to get sick. The reason you don't see that is because you've experienced real shit. You've experienced flus, you've experienced disease and colds and this and that. And your own deductive reasoning looks at this whole thing and going, something doesn't seem right.
I don't think the earth being flat or it being I don't think the earth being flat would be a big enough lie that every government organization would want to keep that on the same page. That's the reason why Russia doesn't
I'll
believe
tell
in the
you
mask
why.
thing as
Again,
much
it's
as
so
we do.
simple. It's so simple.
Well,
Number
we're the
one,
only country that is mandating this thing compared to other countries that are not mandating it. There's
no, are you kidding me? France,
there's in
Canada,
certain
Australia.
situations, yes, but not in most of the public though. If it's an overall thing, they're gonna make you do it, no matter if you say stomp your feet and say no. It's just about when you're going to get it. But
I
it's
think
a
you need to
concept
look.
of,
I think you need to be more educated on what the actuals happen in other parts of the world.
I have a buddy that's leaving his job after 4 years, and he actually follows you. He's actually a really big fan of you. He actually knew you before I knew you. He followed
What's
you
that
for
have
a
to do
while.
with anything? How does that do anything?
He's
But I'm
leaving
just
his
saying.
job because he's being forced to get a mandate of something he doesn't want to get.
Where's he live?
He lives in Baltimore.
Well, I'm saying he's an American. I'm not saying I'm agreeing with you.
So
on
I'm
that.
saying is that it's not all countries that are mandating this thing. It's some countries that are. There are other countries that are talking about this thing called, it's not pandemic, but it's called epidemic or something. It's what happens after the pandemic, which is just restrictions and how life is going to go on ever since that. It's a fear mongering thing. But I'm asking you, stop going to the vaccine talk. Tell me about the fucking earth, man. How do you get a bunch of countries to agree that it's flat? It does not make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense. It also doesn't make sense to tell me that a virus with a 99% survival rate has to be
stop. Don't say those words or it gets taken off YouTube. Stick to the thing is what I'm trying to tell you.
But it's the same people telling you the same thing.
I know, but it's not just one country that's telling you this thing. It's a bunch of people.
You're
and a
right.
bunch of
And
other
you're right. And
scientists
it's
throughout
on
history.
both ends, on the other word and on this word. It's everyone telling you the same thing from both countries. What's the difference?
Yeah, but what does that bring into like aliens? Like, why did they just start announcing that there's things that they can't explain when they've known forever? They've just denied it, and there's been proof.
I don't believe that they've known forever. I think it's all lies. Again, it's the same thing. Why do only paleontologists discover dinosaur bones? It's the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. I think if you and I were to be not on, I think if you and I, but I think if you and I were off the air and we just sat down and you and I as friends and we're sitting there talking and I never say anything.
I would be less open-minded, I'll tell you that.
I never say anything. When you said, what do you tell people? I never tell anyone anything. Swear on everything. I never tell anyone anything. I would sit back and let everyone ask me questions. And when I answer the question and they go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, hold on, oh shit. And they go, why? And I go, why? How do you know the answer to every question I say? You know, my honest answer is because there is no way in fucking way, shape, or form. If you take me back to sometime mid 2017, and there was no way this could be real. There was no way this could be fucking real. There's no fucking way. This is insanity. Why would every government be involved? Why would everyone do this? Why would this? Why this, that? There's no way it could be real. But what about flights? What about, you know why? Because there's no way I fucking wanted to believe could or even wanted to believe that was real. And I asked every you think I'm a smart dude? I'm a smart dude, Robbie. And I asked every fucking question I could answer.
I don't think
every
you're not
fucking question.
smart. I just really am now questioning our friendship if you can't trust me enough not to be open-minded and try and hear you out and understand and just
Oh,
raise
no,
the
no. I don't
question.
mean it like that. You took it way
Looking
like
at it
the
like I'm
wrong way.
more combative, and I don't think I'd be more combative in that aspect. I think I'd be more understanding. I'm just trying to I'm trying to get your perspective on this, but you keep bringing examples to other things. Now, I have a questionable, I have my toe in the aspect of maybe it might, but I don't think so. I'm more in belief that it's round.
Yeah,
But there are
I went down that same fucking path. That's what happened to me. And
yeah,
I
well,
was
there
just
are
like,
questionable things about it. And I'm wondering if the information I've seen could be propaganda or the information you've seen could have been propaganda. The thing is
I know
hard
it's
to
on
understand,
information that I've
but
seen.
it's hard to
truth.
understand what you can't. There's no, it's like the 9/11 truther thing when they go, it's a truther thing. Nothing is definitive. You saying you have the truth is not definitive. It's definitive answer. There is no definitives in life.
You ready? I'll give you one.
Jesus.
I'll give you a definitive. I'll give you a definitive in life right now. When you look at the ocean, is it a straight line?
No. When I get
What the fuck are you
high,
talking about?
I feel the world rotate. I've said this for hundreds of episodes now, so I can tell you it's possible.
No, but I'm saying that when you look at the ocean, I'm not talking from up. I'm just saying, just look at the ocean water. Just the reason it's called sea level. You just look at the ocean. It's called sea level. It's 100% a flat line. It's mathematical. So when you say there's no truth, that actually is not true. There is truth in mathematics. Mathematics don't lie. Again, that's why when I go back to my working out, my mathematics, I use mathematics as my source of my training, not how I feel.
Well, mathematics can lie. You can end up adding something improperly, and next thing you know, you get this equation and it might be off by a bunch.
That means you did it improperly, but the actual acts of the when you're taking math,
you're quoting Ben Shapiro, and I don't like it. You're saying there's truth is in data, truth is in fact.
No, I don't think truth is in data. I think truth is
numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. That's what he says. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
A lot of the times that's true though. I can't off the top of my head think of a reality is if someone doesn't look a certain weight and they get on a scale and they are that weight, there you can say, oh, you're clinically obese, even though they don't look it, but they could be despite the number. When that angle on my wall there looks to me like it's crooked, and I go and mathematically do it, I'm like, fuck, it's actually right. It's straight. So I'm seeing something that's crooked.
Maybe your
that's all I'm saying.
Cracked.
Maybe they are. But the point is, my point is I went from, again, thinking there's no way, fuck, what the fuck, to shit, to, like I said, like bet on my life right now. What would I say? I know what my answer would be, And like I said, and it's
I get
so many things that are so simple.
I get it, but you see, you end it and then you keep on adding on to it where you go, it's just so simple. I was like, well, then show me why it's so simple. Can you just give me some points or give me some types of things?
I can give you, where do you want to start? What do you want, like a top 5, a top 10?
Give me just some things that I can ask somebody, or I can look into deeper, or I can get my own thoughts crafted out of it. Can you just give me a couple of things that you feel like
look
has
up
truly
any
changed
construction,
your mind?
any
don't
construction.
Give me an example of you can see the ocean, or don't give me an idea of I bought
So
a Michael
don't give you something. Don't give
just
you
give
something.
Me something.
Don't give you something that you can prove with your own.
That's one though. I want some other stuff. Give me some other core things that I can start talking about with you. Like you brought up before a long time ago on that old episode was, why can I still see the moon and the sun? Well, the Earth is on an axis, so every year it's slowly changing a little bit. So you're looking at this thing that's not really rotating like spinning around like a circle. It's rotating.
How come when you watch a time lapse photography, set up to watch a time lapse thing, do you see the sun moving or the Earth moving? Come on, the sun moves, the moon moves. You can see it. It's so simple. If you think that,
if you watch it, it goes down like.
How can you navigate on a ball? How can you navigate on a ball? How can you have magnetism?
That's
on a ball?
not how gravity works. It's like 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions.
How can you have magnetism? How can you have?
You're thinking we're going in a straight line, and I'm like, no. As you're moving, you're
north?
slowly rolling.
How can you
have
constant north? How can you have constant north on a ball?
You can always keep moving forward. The same reason why you can always keep moving up until you break out of our atmosphere. How come north and up is not the same exact thing? How come north is up is not the same exact thing?
How can you have constant?
You're not listening to me.
On a ball.
How is north and up not the same exact thing?
Because it's not. Because north to you and not.
Because north is moving forward and up is moving upwards. Correct. So that when you go upwards,
that's not true.
North is not moving upwards. When
if
you're
you have,
north,
if you have a plate,
if you go north, you're going straight. You're going right in front of you, depending on if you're pointed in the direction of north, right? Same reason if you go south. Well, if north and if the compass on a flat map is north is up and south is down, then okay, then why am I not going deeper into the earth if it's going down? Because down is right below me, right? It's not going down to south or down to Texas. That's it. What was that? Where's that go? You start looking at a concept of this north and south thing up. If I go up, if I fly up in the air, that's not going north. That's going up into the atmosphere.
I'm not talking about that, you dumbass.
But I'm asking you, why is that not the same thing?
I'm talking about actual real navigation that we know that earlier man used stars to navigate.
You and Fleet Flop and the Floop-de-doos can get the fuck out of my show. No, but I'm saying early man had used the stars to navigate. True or false? Just yes, true or false? Pirates were the first ones to use star mapping, my good man.
Did we use stars to navigate?
Yes.
Okay, which is completely impossible on a ball.
Okay, hold on a second. You're looking at it from a different angle. I think you're not understanding. Like, if I move, like you look at the globe, for instance, you don't feel that rotation as you're walking forward because it's such a grand scale. You're looking at it like if you could just walk from here to Texas in a matter of 10 minutes. That's hundreds and hundreds of miles. It's in the grand scale of things. It's kind of like the more you age,
Robbie, listen, I love you as a person, and I love your show. But if I'm sorry, it like makes me the really,
time. I'm giving you the time. It
really makes me think. Like, I'm just gonna be totally honest with you, and people love me or hate me. I think at this point, if you trust the government on anything, I think you're retarded.
But that's the thing that gets me hooked in is the fact that you're saying you can't trust the government, and I know you can't. So you can't use that as an example. I need you to find something else because now you're making me think that the Earth is fucking flat, and I think it's not.
But I can give you so many. Ask me a question. Don't you realize what you're doing?
I'll ask you a question.
No, but listen.
Okay, I'll ask you a question. For legal reasons, do you think that they named the ride Temple of Doom because if the Temple of Doom ride ends up crashing into the ground and killing everybody and they go to sue, they go, well, you knew what the ride was called, so you knew what you were getting into. Think about it. Why did Disney produce a Fauci documentary? Why is Disney the only episode that got taken down of mine when I talked about a conspiracy of why they're hiding all the corporate elite type things? When you used to type in 1984, people would get George Orwell. You know what happens when you type in 1984 now? You get Wonder Woman. You know what you used to type in when you get Endgame? Alex Jones documentary Endgame. You know what you get? You get fucking Avengers. You know what happens when you type in Frozen? You used to get Walt Disney's Frozen head, but now you get the fucking show. My buddy Brandon brought that conspiracy up and it's been getting a lot of traction to it. So I'm wondering, why is Fauci's documentary the only one that doesn't allow you to comment on it?
Because it's what am I fucking? I agree. Yes, everything. Yes.
Why do people have a bobblehead of Anthony Fauci sitting into their thing saying every night I pray to Fauci before I go to bed after the Beagle thing came out? And why, when PETA made a statement, did they just
how come I'm not allowed to talk about certain things, but you're allowed to say all this?
Because you can talk about specific government shit. You just can't talk about the vaccine thing. Because then YouTube, if I read you the guidelines YouTube has, you'll be like, holy shit, they blocked
again. Doesn't that make you? That does again the fact that all the
I'm not mad at it, but I think what happens is, why is Pfizer sponsoring every single outlet like CNN, NBC, MSNBC, and all these things?
But do you realize, like, if you tell that's not conspiracy. Let's just put everything you just said right there. But I'm saying though, but do you realize, that's 100? You just said there's no such thing as facts, but that's a fucking fact. And the problem is like I said, you know that's true. You know that's true. It's not like it's some hidden thing. They admitted it's true. Yet if you show somebody that who is a believer of these things, they will fucking deny it and they'll fight with you and they'll say you're a conspiracy theorist. Right? True or false?
Why'd you have to say it when my vape batteries dropped out of my fucking thing? Yeah,
that's okay.
True, I guess. I mean,
true.
I think there needs to be an open discourse on issues like this, but I just don't like it when people shut down the conversation on things. And I also don't like it when people not only shut it down, but also shut down themselves and they refuse to answer or respond.
Yeah, I think it's insane, man. I do. Like, I think, like I said, everything's insane. I know you want to talk about
relationships on a map you could graph of just people that have cut people out of their life because they did not side on a, it's like, is this
Yeah.
not the South and the Union? Is this not families fighting against each other over the difference of a political party? Why, when I ask the answer of who did you vote for, people say it's the lesser of two evils, so I voted this person. It's like, well, why is there only two evils? You ever thought about voting independent? Well, they'll never win. Well, why don't you test the simulation?
Yeah.
Man? Why do we get to these points where I'm eating kidney beans out of a fucking can and I'm staring off my back porch watching a dog fuck a rabbit, and I'm just like, what is life? Are we in a simulation? Should I start to question more things? How come my toenails are itchy? I don't know. But I start getting into this point of this world where I start losing my mind a little bit. And then
Well, yeah, I get it, man. But that's what I'm
what
saying.
happens is the world makes you feel insane. So when you go out into public and start speaking truths, they start looking at you like you might be a psychopath.
Exactly. But henceforth, in the reality of my life, like, why do I have a good friend of mine who knows me for 2 years? We talk about everything. He's never heard me talk about that.
Who?
My buddy Brandon.
And you were mentioning me. I was like,
no. My
I was doing the
like
check boxes in my head. I was like, we've known each other for 2 years.
No, but yeah,
we're good friends, but apparently not.
No, but yeah, but
if you angle your hat up a little bit, the rooster turns into a Nazi symbol. No, I mean, you got to angle it up a little bit. Like the way you had it, you had the rooster tail. I was like, oh my God, wait, did he switch hats on me?
I haven't. Yeah, it's a Nazi hat.
That's what it means. The rooster crows at midnight.
But you know, but he said to me, hey man, I can't believe you never like have told me about this again. And I told him, I said, Brandon, to be totally honest with you, I'm so tired. Again, truthfully, and that's what I told that last episode. I said, I'm so tired, and my weeds wearing off. I'm so tired of telling someone something with the utmost passion that I explain things in, only to be met with a condescending sense of, oh, really? So I don't do it. So I don't do it.
I listen to you, right?
No, you don't.
What?
No, you don't. You meet me with the same regurgitated information. You're going into a thing.
I'm just saying how or why. Is that regurgitated information?
Yes, because I don't even get a chance to explain anything, because your mind is already saying, but I know it looks like this. I can feel it. You're already saying this.
I'm just talking about from my own experience. When I got stoned out of my mind, I felt the whole world turn. And I felt grass move a little bit.
Well, that's called being high.
I think it's hash. I'm starting to realize maybe all the weed I thought I was smoking necessarily might have been hash, and I was getting really too high, but I don't understand the difference between hash and weed. I just know the sound it makes.
Yeah, I really don't do. Man. Yeah, I don't know the difference either. I know I have a big bag of something. It's really great.
Do you want to refuel your thing or go to the bathroom?
No. I actually do. No, good. I haven't peed once.
Yeah, because all the water is being sucked into that cell that's hurting your shoulder.
Yeah, that's actually stuff. That's actually real.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it before.
Yeah,
I get it with my back sometimes. My face looks a little bit puffy. I start holding on to water because my back's all kind of messed up.
From inflammation, huh?
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, like I said, it's fuck. I'm just hoping
cardio helps it though.
Yeah.
But also, I drank like 4 energy drinks on the elliptical during like 4 hours. I didn't have to go to the bathroom. And I was like, why'd you laugh? Is that a cough or a laugh? He just died. But I was like, why don't I have to pee? And people are like, you can sweat out your pee. I was like, what? Like you sweat out the liquid.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why my jacket smells like shit.
Yeah. Everywhere, man. You smell like piss, dude. I walk a lot. Oh, okay. That's what it is. I just walk a lot. You must be a walker. You smell like piss.
That joke lined up fucking perfectly. Damn it.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, dude. Like I said, I can't do it anymore. I can't. Like,
I can go for another hour if you want to go for another hour. I just got
I'm gonna 6 fucking hours. No, man. Dude, I was saying, because they were talking about, they're like, oh, so you don't think the moon landed? Because that's how we started. It's like, he's like, oh,
I think it is fake. 100%. I think it's fake. I think it was a propaganda thing to show that 100%. We got there and beat them, but then we actually went up there later. But everyone else doesn't believe that. But then it boils me into the same category as flat Earth. I'm like, no, I draw the line at the flat Earth thing, but I believe the moon landing thing is fake. We can connect on that. The real question now is aliens. Why is the NSA or whoever making announcements? NASA manager or supervisor, main guy. Did you see the announcement he made?
No. When was this?
What the fuck? This was like last week. I'll look up this too. Fuck it.
Just tell me. That's all.
No, I don't know the exact quote he said, but the NSA director made a quote about there's objects in the sky that they can't explain. This just happened recently, and we think these are unidentified flying objects, and it kind of opened up this realm. And I don't know, because I was talking to TJ and he was telling me, well, you got to understand is like, I make a show. So the whole point is about finding real experiences, but people want to try and find a way to make sure they can keep creating a show season after season and making content. So I don't know.
The Bigfoot fucking shows. You never see one fucking thing of Bigfoot, but you're watching. Maybe this will be the show that shows like a fucking glimpse. And like fucking, 50 years later, we still don't have a fucking glimpse. Everyone's got iPhones on them. Whatever. No one. It's so dumb.
I used to think it was like when I was talking to my buddy Campbell, I thought the UFO thing was like electro or like some type of pollution, that like how our minds can see mirages. I thought that the government had polluted a bunch of stuff, and it's so much safer instead of taking the rap of saying, oh my God, like our government fucked up the world and now we're seeing like these random objects or hallucinations. They just they just blamed it on aliens. It was easier for them to do that. Trying to look up this director video.
It's like I said, it's just all fucking. It's to me, it's comical. It's comical. Like it's the same. I look at the same thing when you're driving in your car with a mask on as the same people that are listening to NASA and thinking the Earth is beautiful.
The Earth is beautiful. What are you talking about now, Willis?
No, I said the same people that are driving around with a mask on in their cars are the one that are like, oh my God, did you see what NASA put out? They put up a new picture of Uranus. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen.
Oh my God, where's the...
You're horrible looking shit up, dude.
Well, I don't know exactly what it's
You said, oh, we've been talking for like 2 hours, but the reality is like you spent an hour and 15 minutes looking shit up.
I hope they don't delete it off of the thing.
Probably did.
Sorry, I'm not a Jamie. I don't have the...
Yeah, you need a Jamie, dude.
I need...
Jamie, pull that up for us.
I'm fucking done after 1,000 episodes, so I don't care. Show is going to end because Jason Latona does... Yeah, what do you... What? You thought I was joking?
I don't know. Really? Is that what you really plan on?
You don't listen to it anyway. You told me you'd rather watch fucking In Sync.
I do like In Sync. A lot.
How much though?
So much.
Are you a Joey Fatone bone?
No. I like Justin.
Justin Timberlake. He's the one that does the I'm Loving It for McDonald's.
He's talented. He's a talented dude.
I'm not fucking finding it.
Of course you're not.
What do you mean, of course not?
I knew you weren't. You weren't going to find it.
Why? Because it's not real?
I don't know. No, I didn't think that at all. I just literally thought you weren't going to find it. I think you're really bad at looking shit up. That's all.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to look it up again.
Dude, now you're making me have to pee.
Hold on. I'll go to fucking Twitter. I'll pause it and I'll look it up while you go pee.
Fuck, no.
Do you want to
hold
that?
it? No, I want to hold it. Well, just tell me summarize what's happening.
I don't remember. It's why I'm looking it up.
Oh, well, how are you going to look up something you don't remember?
Because it's important and I think we both need to watch it. Oh, that's his name. Bill Nelson.
Bill Nye.
Bill. There's a really good interview I think you should watch. It's with Kerry Mullis, the guy who made the PCR test, and he talks about Fauci. He's like, you never give a person like that a fucking platform because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And I thought it was like really fucking important because it's from 1993 and it's so eerie to what's going on today. Everyone he called out in that interview happens to be the people that we're suffering with from now.
Navy pilots saw in 2004, and there have been some 300 sightings since then. And I've talked to those pilots, and they know they saw something, and their radars locked onto it. And then all of a sudden it was here on the surface, and then it's there. And they don't know what it is, and we don't know what it is. We hope it's not an adversary here on Earth that has that kind of technology. But it's something. And so this is a mission that we're constantly looking. Who is out there? Who are we? How did we get here? How did we become as we are? How did we develop? How did we civilize? And are those same conditions out there in a universe that has billions of other suns in billions of other galaxies.
Why are you laughing?
It's so large, I can't conceive it.
It was suggested to me by many different people.
So what do you think?
Okay, first of all, I wouldn't buy a fucking sandwich off that
I
guy.
want
I
to buy
wouldn't
a
trust
moist
him.
towelette and just wipe his face.
I wouldn't trust that guy to fucking not fuck up my order at Subway. That's what I think.
Is Lard Mars and Dirty Mike and the boys.
Billions. Again, okay, here we go. The sun, according to NASA, is 93 billion miles away. 93 billion. Like, who the fuck is measuring this? Like, you get a fucking like tape measure, and the guy's like, "What are you at?" 50 billion. And it looks like I'm like only halfway. Oh shit. All right, well, we'll call you in 20. Like, fuck you. It's the dumbest shit in the world. But here's the thing. No one wants to acknowledge that there's a fucking serpent's tongue on the fucking logo of NASA. The vector, the word NASA is the Hebrew word that means deception, nasha.
Well, because it came from Nazi invention, but a lot of the people that were involved in the space program that we took from the Operation Paperclip,
I heard all that shit.
They were Jewish.
It's all fucking bullshit.
Warner von Braun, for instance, he used to hang the 5 slowest Jews outside of his academy.
I love it. It's awesome. Of course he did. Like, it's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Billions. We're billions. No, we're actually a fucking contained system exactly depicted in the Bible. You're actually here on purpose. I was made here beyond on purpose. We're not a fucking accident, and there's no shit anywhere fucking else. That's what the world needs to hear.
Do you think God individually created you, or do you think that God just breathed life into the fact that when your parents fucked and conceived a baby, that he breathed life into that? Because I don't think
I don't know. Either one.
I think we were made from sperm cells hitting an egg, but I don't know.
I think our bodies, our physical bodies, are created like that. But I believe, again, just like Yoda says, spiritual beings are luminous beings, not this crude matter. That's exactly what Yoda says, and that's exactly what I believe we are.
You almost did a yoga impression. I'm kind of curious to hear it.
Luminous beings.
That's a good one. That's a really good
not
one.
crude matter like this, but it's true. That's what it is. And again, but that's what the world wants you to think, man. The world wants you to think you don't have an immune system, a God-given immune system. You're not here on purpose. You're an accident. Go to school and, learn just enough as you need to be dumb enough to fucking smart enough to do the bullshit job, but yet dumb enough not to question anything. You live in this world that's so big and so expansive, not something that was created. So again, maybe I'm just completely insane, but it all lines up to what I, not even what I want, because again, it'd be easier, man. It'd be so much easier just to go through life thinking I'm unaccountable and my actions don't mean anything. And,
I wish I could stop thinking so much. I wish I could just fall into line and they just change my feed bucket every couple of days.
Again, I don't know. Sometimes, that sounds easier too. But I think all the time, I think that I say it at work all the time, the line from Matrix when Cypher's eating a steak and he says, and sometimes ignorance is bliss, and it's like, almost like it's the fucking punishment. The more the harder it is. That's just the truth, but Biggie said more money, more problems. It's really more knowledge, more wisdom, more problems. The more stuff again, let's take it to the extreme. Everything. The day you're going to die. The day everybody else is going to die. This. You don't tell me that wouldn't be a burden. Take something to the extreme and you'll get the answers. Just like right now, the push, for trying to get artificial meat and stuff like that, and I don't know if you saw that new food pyramid. The number one thing they want people to eat is raspberries. The worst thing, they say the thing you should be eating the least of is red meat and eggs.
As long as they're not asking people to eat like turnips or beets or some shit, because that's a scary look the next day in the toilet.
Lucky Charms is on there. Not cereal, actually the word Lucky Charms. About? Yes, dude.
Like
look it up.
Like the actual objects you have to eat.
It actually says, dude, actual Lucky Charms. One of the things, again, all above ground meat or beef and eggs, Lucky Charms, deep dish pizza with pepperoni.
Oh, I gotta look it up.
Dude, it's so weird, man.
Now that I've mastered the looking up thing, I actually really enjoy this.
It's so weird. I don't know if it's not the pyramid anymore, but it's like the new food recommendation thing that they say raspberries are the number one thing to eat. Now here again, let's take it to the extreme. Let's do 2 months. You only eat raspberries. I only eat steak, and we're going to have a fight. Like, you know what I mean? It's all so Bill Gates bought all the fucking farming up. He wants to, again, the same guy that's been preaching population control is the one who's now what you people are looking at in charge of their health. Are you kidding me, man? I can't. I wish maybe I'm that. I don't know.
I don't know where the food pyramid says that
It's not the food pyramid. I couldn't. I looked it up. My friend tagged me in it, and then a couple of people were posting it. And then I saw it up later that day. It's like new food, or do maybe like 2021 food recommendations, or
I don't know.
I don't know what it is either.
Freaking looking at after you have beets or whatever, and you look at the toilet and you see that fucking bloodbath shit show of Stanley Kubrick film. You're like, ah, I'm dying. And look who's on their fucking phone now.
I'm looking it up. No, seriously. I'm see if I can.
Liar. Just like you lie about the earth being flat. You're nothing but a deceiver. You were who God's talked about in the Bible.
I saw a great tweet the other day, and it really was true. It said, isn't it funny that all the people following the CDC are the ones getting sick?
Yeah, I've known like 8 people with like a breakthrough infection. So it's like,
yeah,
nuts.
So I don't know. Yeah, man, but like I don't know. Like there's times where I'm just like, I don't know what to think anymore. Just about everything. I don't know, like, like I said, that's why, I said earlier with my shoulder being hurt, when I'm at the gym, when I'm working out, I'm not thinking about all the stuff in the world that's going on. Again, I wish I was wrong. I really do. I wish I was fucking wrong. I wish I could turn on the news and hear information that was good for me, but it's not. None of it's true.
Apocalypse scenario.
But again, does it not feel like something's changing?
I don't think it's changing. I think that we're going to end up having a giant outburst again, and then something's going to happen where next thing you know, people forget about it, or something new comes across, and we're going to be forced into a position we don't want to be forced into. There's just a lot of people fighting these mandates, and I don't necessarily understand why people are just. I saw someone put up a tweet like, walking around town, I'm the only one wearing a mask. And it's like just shaming the other people that weren't. It was like, but are you protecting yourself? Right? Yeah. Yes, you are. That's what the mask does, right? Then why the fuck do you care?
Yeah.
I don't get it. This incessantness. It's like the nerds or like the people that necessarily aren't even scared. They just want power over other people.
100%, dude.
Are trying to
I thought you and I have
win.
talked this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you and I talked about it. It's the hall monitors. It's the kids that that are bullied in school when they're and then you put the orange thing on them and saying you can write up people. That kid is going to be the worst fucking person. He's not going to be cool. It's the cops. It's bad cops. Bad cops were bullied in high school and locked in the lockers. Now they have the power trips. The cool cops aren't like that, but that's what it is. It's like it's a bunch of weak people that finally all belong to something. Another, oh, you're a masker. I'm a and you get to tell someone that person would never tell me ever in real life, physically. I'm not to say I'm again like some fucking intimidating person, but the guy is like, can you put your mask up? He'd never fucking tell me like, hey man, like go fuck yourself. But they finally give somebody something to fucking, like you said, control over. 100%.
I'm exhausted talking about this.
Me too. I hate it.
Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up the show, or do you want to keep on going? Either way, I got to take a pee break.
I don't care. We go. All I know is like, yeah, I just want one day you'll know the truth. That's all. One day something's going to happen and you're going to be like, oh shit, fuck. I really do believe everyone's going to know the truth soon enough. I just don't know how. Something's going to happen though, but I don't know how.
On the last appearance of Out of the Blank podcast, technically it is your last one because it'd be 999.
This one's 999?
Yeah.
Really?
It's going up right after we get done.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm only 2 days away.
And you're really not going to do anything anymore?
Nah, I probably will.
I know you will, you dummy.
It's not even close to 999. You're going to end up like probably being like in late 960. I'll do 969. I will do 969 for you. You want that?
All right, thank you. Yeah, finally, some good has come out of my life.
Some justice, some life has been given to the breath of this situation.
I'm really
curious about your fucking dismembering dream. Like that's nuts to me.
Oh, it was 100% the stuff, dude. When I remember.
No, it just maybe it's just like you don't get it. Just speeds up what's already there. You know?
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
The stuff I was taking when I looked at it, it was
You're a
like
fucking psycho.
shut the fuck up.
You're a fucking murderer. I bet every day when Sarah opens up that fridge and looks down to reach into it, you just think about shutting that door over and over again. Like,
again, it wasn't even Sarah, but no, it was no. And I remember what was one of the things I remember Googling, like, and it was just like the night terrors was the number one side effect for this stuff. Night terrors.
That's not what a night terror is. That's more of a nightmare, but
it was vivid violent dreams, and I was like, what the fuck, and I remember I was like, oh yeah, it's just in your dream and it's not so bad. And I was just like, I don't want to fucking.
I just picture Sarah like around the corner with the phone, like he's been watching a lot of OJ documentaries and he's been taking notes.
It's not Sarah.
He's been taking
notes. This was like 17 18 years
has
ago.
Been taking notes of like OJ.
Yeah.
And I'm like curious to see what he's gonna do with his.
I like OJ. He's a good dude.
He's a handsome fella.
OJ's a good dude.
I liked him before I knew exactly the extent of his crime, and then I was like, oh my god, like you're fucking.
He didn't do anything.
I didn't know him from football. I didn't even know him from that incident. I was watching Naked Gun. I was like, this
yeah,
guy's
Naked Gun, right?
awesome.
Yeah.
And then I saw it was OJ. I was like, what? Like that's a fucking shock and a half. But yeah, when he cut a woman's head completely off, I'm like, you're a fucking psychopath. And he's on Twitter like, hey, Twitter world. And he just gives fantasy sports advice.
Yeah. Dude, that's fucked. That's what I can say.
They won't verify him, though. They won't verify him on Twitter because it verifies to deem like who you are. This is who you are. But they won't verify him because they don't agree with his stance. Like they'll take your check mark away from you if they don't agree with the things that you post.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that weird? I mean, it's understandable.
No, because everything is all fucking fake and bullshit. That's why, it's just all. I don't know. Like I said, I want to have it one day. We'll hopefully we'll meet each other in person. We'll sit down and talk, and you're gonna walk away.
I'm going to Vegas
going,
once I hit 1,000 episodes.
There you go. You should come to Vegas.
I'm doing a documentary. I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen.
When? Today?
Earlier, you kept cutting me off and talking about like fucking flat Earth. I'm like, I don't want
to. Dude, I'm fucking high.
Actually, no, you did cut me off about your fucking shoulder. It's like when I tried to get like serious with you about like my medical thing, and then you were like cutting me off and going off on your own thing, and then I had to bring it up like fucking almost 6 months later. But now I was when I was thinking about doing a documentary, just a bunch of like I was going to create like the out of the blank show instead of podcast form, but just do what would happen. Like you understand my personality. There's a bunch of random shit in a documentary, even get perspectives. And I also thought about a show of doing people's dreams and then animating it. And it's new, so it would be appealing for people. You didn't need a famous person. You just want something new that you never have seen that or could think of that before. I've heard so many dreams. My Halloween episode was a good one. But I think that's when I do a documentary, I just want to go to all these places and all these things. And I just want to film a bunch of random shit. Like I'll have a fucking time lapse or like a thing for like a minute of just flying in the airplane, going to fucking Vegas. And the next thing you know, it's you fucking slamming people down. Then it's just cutaway and we're eating fucking burritos. People are like, what the fuck just happened? We just went from arm wrestling to burritos. And it's just a bunch of random shit.
No, I get it. I totally get it. I mean, that'd be cool if you came out here.
I will. How much is it a plane ticket? And would you let me use the gym? That's the main question. I will do it right now.
Use the gym, 100%.
Free.
Yes. You use the gym.
I didn't pay the fucking state of Maryland fucking money that they were trying to tell me I owe. You think I'm going to pay a gym membership? I'm going to work out.
Good pullers. Get your t-shirts.
I will. I'm 100% serious. We can talk about it afterwards, but I'm 100% serious. I will fly down there just for a week or two.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, 2 weeks is too much out here.
What?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, unless you're into like, unless you're like a huge gambler, because the shows are like only like half. I mean,
introduce me to your. Well, I've never been to a casino over the age of 21, so it will be a whole experience. I've never even bought a legal drink of alcohol before. Besides going to a liquor store, I've never bought one at like a bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can get pina coladas.
I could see that.
Tasty.
Yeah, I could see that. No, come to Vegas. It'd be awesome. I'll give you a t-shirt too.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the plan. Thanks everybody for listening. Is there anything you want to say to any of the listeners out there who appreciate who you are and really condone everything?
I don't know. I love everybody. I hope everyone's happy. Honestly, I'm pray for me. I pray for you. And hopefully we all come to some understanding one day.
God bless. Ja rules.